What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cave of Wonders. Welcome to the Dark Council Live. Let me bring my brothers in at this time. And it looks like we just lost Lord Commander. What happened? He dropped off. So it looks like Dmajini is having some trouble.
He was like this. He had a card in his hand. He had no power. He was fanning himself. Oh my gosh.
So we just wanted to get started because we're still waiting on who? Abu? Or what did Abu?
And Fatal.
Yeah, and Fatal to open the show, but it is what it is. So let's get
into what time we start.
Yeah, they know, right? Let's get into the chat. Say hello, Jacob. Salute. Trinity. Salute. Lord Vito.
Woo!
Salute. Brian O'Connor. Chris Coran. Trey Courtney. Salute. Jedi Lukey. Salute. Terminus. Hello. Metal Long and David. I appreciate that super chat. Let me give you a little something. I know you didn't. You said you can't stay. So what do we got here for you?
Soon I will have a new apprentice, one far younger and more powerful.
I'm working on them. Appreciate y'all.
Second.
Say again.
Like after that long intro.
Yeah, exactly. I keep them short.
And then it comes right off.
It's so dramatic. It's so dramatic, isn't it? It just feels like all hell's breaking loose, man.
That's
like,
the point. That's the point. You going into Korriban, buddy. You know, look at this.
What's
guy.
up, y'all? What's up?
Oh,
sorry,
bro.
How's this for dedication?
Dedication,
hey, look,
baby.
the show got to go on. Listen, real quick. I want to say something too because the other day was my aunt mother. It was her birthday since I lost her last year, but this was the last Christmas present she gave me, and every time I use this, I think about her. This thing was helping me out right now. It's my night in the darkness right now.
All right,
and those things are bright as hell. You know what? I didn't
they
even read David's super chat. That's my bad. It says, love the Dark Council. Unfortunately, I got family stuff and can't watch live, but can't wait to check it out tomorrow. Keep up the great work, Callous. Appreciate you.
Oh, we appreciate you.
Yeah. So today, I know y'all don't watch the Bad Batch. I know y'all don't watch the Bad Batch, but guess what? I'm going to talk about it.
The Bad Batch.
Nah, Dmajini's in prison, man. He's in jail.
I know.
They let him use that. Everyone's like, are you on lockdown? Like, what's happening?
Yo, you got me thinking like Paranormal Activity, Blair Witch Project. Like, there's something behind you, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
well, everybody, what happened was I was sitting, just chilling out, playing some Final Fantasy, getting ready for the Dark Council, and poof, all the lights went out. So my entire complex is out. I was trying to, use the sunlight. Nothing. Everything. So once it gets dark, it's gonna be dark in here. It's gonna be real dark. So yeah. So I got no heat. No heat. I got no AC. Nothing. So that's why I'm just chilling in the tank top, sweating my ass off. But I'm here for you, the people. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, but Callous, I said I was gonna watch the Bad Batch, right? But I gotta confess, I cheated. I just watched your reviews to get caught up, man.
That's what I said. I just watched the review.
He said he cheated.
Yeah. But it's interesting though.
I'll take that. But so these last two episodes, we got to dive into these last two episodes because they were good. 9 and 10 or 8 and 9. So we're over the hump because I think it's supposed to be 16 episodes total, right? So 8, we saw at the end Cad Bane. Y'all know Cad Bane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
All right. Yep. So that now we've got here he is. So now we have Cad Bane, which is great to see. And then in this last one, we learned that Omega is actually an unaltered clone. So she is essentially she's Boba Fett's twin sister, if you will. So a lot that we could, unpack with that. What you guys think?
How is that even possible, though, bro? Like, how is that possible for her to be? So she was cloned from Django, right?
Yes. So what's dope is that Boba his code name was Alpha, right? And so the second unaltered clone,
Thank you, Hope,
is Omega, and that's who we see here. So
Alpha and Omega.
Alpha and Omega. So the one thing that is kind of contradictory is that they say that she is just like Boba, that she's unaltered, right? She's got no alterations. But then they say that she is one of the Bad Batch, meaning that she has a genetic mutation. And Theory made a great point that I didn't think of, that maybe the fact that she is female is the mutation. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he said. He's like the chromosomes change was the
exactly.
mutation.
So that I didn't even think about that. So that makes sense because it's kind of a contradiction. You say that Boba Fett is the unaltered clone. He's got no growth acceleration, nothing changed. But then how is she going to fit into the batch as one of the 5 that has a mutation, right? Because one of the Bad Batch were genetically altered.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And so that being said, Omega has to have at some point been genetically altered. So
wait a minute. Now, wouldn't that be offensive to women that she's only a woman because she mutated, because she's deformed? Is that what they're saying?
We'll wait and see. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot to unpack. But I liked that theory because nobody said that. But I like that because I didn't think about that. The fact that that is her mutation, because we've been spending a lot of time trying to decide, well, what is her mutation? She seems like she's got greater cognitive abilities, kind of like Hunter, right? So she's got her perception is heightened, which is really what Hunter's mutation is. And then you have Wrecker, who is strong crosshairs, which is sight, and Tech, obviously, with his intelligence. So what is her alteration?
So my question to you,
go ahead, brother.
Being that I haven't watched this.
Sorry, Abu.
No worries.
So, how old is she supposed to be in relation to Boba? Is she like? Because Boba should be a lot older than her, because he was.
Absolutely.
So I don't know how. Okay, I guess. I mean, so that's supposed to be his. So basically, it's his genetic twin sister, not really a twin sister.
Yeah.
Hey,
just because she's a clone.
Before we go any further,
you got a song?
You know what time it is, Mr.
All right. Well, listen, you the one that took so long. Don't. All right, I got your song. Make sure that it's set up.
He was in the kitchen, bro. You saw the video. He was in the kitchen.
I thought we was backstage.
Cooking.
You know he's backstage?
Yeah.
Now we live, bro.
Picking your nose, man.
You know.
All right, listen. Let's.
You got a super. Right, y'all know the drill.
You want to get that super chat real quick before he start?
All right, hold on. I didn't see. My bad.
You talking about me, Tabitha? Girl, man, you need to text me if that's the case.
Who is?
Oh, I missed a lot of them. Okay, so here we go.
You need to text me, Tab.
Stopping by to say hi from Jay's Twitter.
Yeah, I posted on Twitter. I was like, stop by to say hi. This is where I'm at.
Appreciate you. And then I'm gonna miss another one. Oh, yes, sir. Welcome back, Lord Callous. Knew you was coming back to talk about Omega. All hail Dark Council, El Presidente, Fatal Drunk, the Gospel, and the Lord Commander. I got something for y'all.
I'm gonna stop calling Dmajini because fucking Lord Commander is so bad at the Lord Commander.
Hold on. I got something for you.
The Force is strong with you. A powerful Sith you will become. Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
Thank you, my master.
Right.
So badass.
Wasn't it though? Oh
Badass.
my god!
Before you start,
Give me chills.
Yeah, that was dope.
Tabitha sent me this beautiful painting, and I want her to know. I know she's in the chat. I sent it. I just gave it to like this professional framer. He's gonna get it back to me in a week, and I'll send you a picture, Tabitha, of it all nice and framed. It was gorgeous, hand painted. Like I saw her paint it online on her YouTube channel, and as a surprise, she sent it to me. I was like, wow. Nice. So I got a little crush on her right now, so it's all good. It was like it's that artwork and yeah. Right. Oh, did I say that out loud? God.
Oh Lord.
This guy started some trouble.
She painted it herself.
Mm-hmm. She's an artist and she paints all kind. Like she paint like her YouTube channel is like she just paints and stuff. Really cool stuff, man.
An artistic woman is a hot thing. It's a good thing.
You ready, Abu?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, dig it. Everybody mute yourselves as I get ready to go into stereo mode. All right. Now, because El Presidente had an executive staff meeting, had to slap up some shills and, scream on some kids about their little Bad Batch fantasies and Slave One bullshit, but we're going to be talking about all of that pretty soon. But the Dark Council doesn't really start off until your brother gets it cracking, So we about to, how should we say, have a little bit of fun at the expense of everybody else that we don't like. But for now, we're going to keep it clean. All right, we're going to keep it clean. We're going to keep it clean. No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm bullshitting. All right. Ready? Let's do it. Uh-oh. Like, hold it. Rewind selector. Let's do that one more time. Look at that.
That's the Lord saying, keep it clean.
Yeah, keep it. Yeah, you know me. Mute yourself. All right. Oh. All right now. My brother is my keeper, the one true celeb who will raise the dead without suit the fed. I be he, the one who believes with the feds that your death won't save those that's on the ledge. Fire in the sky, so bright once again, in the return of the true super friends. Dark Council, baby, let us begin. Learn the lessons from the true veterans. Suckers getting hyped by the things they type on Facebook or Twitter, yeah, that'd be nice. But little do they know the six-man team came up with the scheme to crush their dreams. Shut them down, they run to mommy and cry. But what you get, boy, is living a lie. You need to testify that the Dark Council's lie. These black guys in the drunk will always survive, so let's go.
Came in the door, I said it before. Yeah, I mean, came in the door, I said it before. Yeah, I mean, came in the door, I said it before. Yeah, I mean, came in the door, I said it before. Yeah, I mean,
don't you ever try to defy the Most High. You'll get baptized in the fire as you die. Your lies only got you as far as you can hide. You just got exposed, now it's time to testify. You can't understand why the Dark Council's lies. Holding this shit down, you lucky you survive. The wisdom and the knowledge my crew will provide will keep your bitch ass from being crucified. But don't you fret, cause there's hope for you yet. First, you must repent, then gain our respect. Your best bet is never to select the option to go against the best on the set. You didn't have a clue of the souls we collect. That's when we bring you all to your final rest. 6 feet under where the people will forget that your stupid ass was even a threat because I
came in the door. I said it before. Yeah, I mean. Came in the door. I said it before. Yeah, I mean.
Because we
came in the door. I said it before. Yeah, I mean. Came in the door. I said it before. Yeah, I mean.
That's okay with me. Let them get the hate out. Their best bet is to find a new route. Or chill the fuck out and go watch our show. Don't act so bold cause we're straight in control. We don't need to hide cause we street certified. Officially sanctified by those who ride. The 6-man team will always hold it down. You know what to do when we come to your town. Break it down to the lowest compound. We love it when you suckers wanna hang around. Pass the Dutchie on the left-hand side. Keep me walking like, yes, I'm the far side. It's all good though, I can always bounce back with the crew that puts us all on the map. Let me talk about the dream team in this regime. Hold it down like forever, that's why we're supreme. Drunk 3PO is the heart and the soul. The all-pro who goes in, moderates the show. Dmajini is not one to mess around. Wisdom is sound, and that's how he lays it down. Fatal J is the dude that amazed, sets the stage for all the haters we slay. Marc with a C is a bona fide vet that you must respect when he's on the set. Lord Callous is known as the voice. Knowledge of the EU makes him top choice. And me, Abu Nas, El Presidente, born renegade who stays all in the fray. The ladies in the chat wanna take us out. Our dudes in the chat will knock your ass out. The haters and the fuck boys laying on the couch, they secretly wanna be us, no doubt. There you have it, folks, so go take your notes. Help us, Dark Council, your only hope. Y'all already know who the king's in here. Never fear, that's why we spreading good cheer, cause we
came in the door. I said it before. Yeah, I mean. Came in the door. I said it before. Yeah, I mean.
Because we
came in the door. I said it before. Yeah, I mean. Came in the door. I said it before. Yeah, I mean.
Oh my goodness.
Came in the door. I said it before. Yeah, I
time
mean.
for your mind.
Came in the door. I said it before.
Oh my God. I hope you're bumping this in your house right now.
Came in the door. I said it before. Yeah, I mean.
Don't let your badass kids be up at this time, you know? Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock. Your kids need to be in bed right now. Oh, the Dark Council is about to let it rip. But you already know this. We've been doing this for 2 years. And there is nothing to fear. All right now, ooh, the sound is just so smooth. Oh my goodness. Oh, Lord Callous, it's on you. We go 1, 2, break it on down.
Yes, sir.
All right, get the echo out. Cancellation, boom, we in.
Fire.
Where's Jay's rap?
Which Jay?
Oh, true that. Fatal, you spitting?
You know I got special favorites.
Now you know you're muted.
Your man's muted.
You know I got special favorites for my 2 brothers in the Dark Council tonight, Lord Callous. I got Drunk's request for the song that he really liked that I did on John Talks. And I got a nice little remix for me and Marc. Oh my God, Marc, you're gonna love this.
Oh man. Ooh.
And of course, I'm sorry, I'm up here eating. I'm trying to get my little dinner. It's 106 degrees out here, man.
We got another super chat. Give it up for Abu. Smooth rhymes abound. Legend always brings sick beats, and his raps never disappoint. But
Thank you, Neil. To my heart, brother. Thank you. I'm humbled and I'm very grateful. And you know what? I'm just glad that you're here and you ready to kick back, man. Relax. You know, like I said, put your badass kids to bed. You know, your old lady bugging out and like, come on, man, get up out of here, man. I'm trying to watch Dark Council. This is your time. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else? You know, your old man acting all funky. Hey, baby, give me a bed. And you be like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, shut the fuck up. You know, go get your own bed. You ain't cripple. Yeah, you ain't crippled. You'll get your bed. You know, and everybody kick back and enjoy yourself. You know.
Here's for Abu.
Execute Order 66.
Order 66.
Order.
Yeah, you know, I miss being in Lord Callous channel. All the goodies up here.
And we got another one from Terminus. I know this one is going to be dope. A hot chick shows Abu a pic for her huge rack. Abu be like, damn, now she showed me that ass. She says, nope, kind of busy. Can't show it yet. Ta-ta for now.
Wow.
That's cold-blooded, Terminus. That's
cold-blooded. That's a good scenario.
You know what I'm saying? You set me up and you just...
Much love to Jet.
The second time I watched Revenge of the Sith, I busted out laughing on Emperor Palpatine when he said "Good."
Oh, you missed it. I
thought that was just. I thought that was too extra.
Hold on.
You know what?
Wipe them out. All of them.
All of them.
Terrible.
All of them.
You're horrible, Fatal. You're horrible.
Fatal J, you gonna take this stolen money? Good.
Shout out from Chicago. Lord North.
Chi-Town.
What's up?
Anyway,
what's
so
up?
Chi-Town for to blow out your brains.
What do you guys think about that? I mean, it's tough to have a conversation, but we can have a conversation kind of with the chat as well. You know, as far as possibilities for the future, considering this, you know, with Omega now being Jango Fett's, you know, direct heir, if you will, the same as Boba. How does that then influence the future? Because we know from the Mandalorian, right? Boba and Fennec Shand have that sort of relationship. So we're seeing Omega and Fennec gain some sort of a relationship there too. So what does that look like in the future?
God Almighty!
Looks like they're messing up. They're stirring up the pot a little too much to me.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Dmajini, God Almighty! Will you stop it with that? You got the fucking pure alpha clone, that female, and she got blonde hair.
So she's Omega.
I can't.
Now the Empire is after her now, right?
Of course,
well,
after her.
Well, no. The Empire wasn't after her as much as it's they just want to kill them all. Because
so it's not like she specifically.
No, it's the Kaminoans that are trying to retrieve her.
Yeah, but that poor girl, that poor female from Attack of the Clones is no longer with us.
So pretty much Attack of the Clones is fucked over behind the shit.
No, they killed one of the characters. They killed one of the Caminos.
No, but that was the thing. Now, Tanway.
Yeah.
So, but if you listen in that episode,
oh hey Michelle,
Omega says we need to help her. She needs our help. So we don't know if she's dead. It wasn't like she said you killed her or oh my God, what did you do?
She got shot. She was laying in the ground.
So why would Omega say she needs our help though?
You know there are comics before the Disney sale that shows, you know, because I'm assuming that that was the Camino that introduced Obi-Wan to
and
the
Boba.
Right. You know that in the OEU she's still alive.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So nothing is saying that she's dead because they chose to put that in there gives wiggle room. The fact that Omega says she needs our help doesn't necessarily mean that she's dead.
But
except for me, that's how I saw that almost immediately.
In my head, they're just going too far with this shit. Because, like I said, they're entering the prequel territory as the movies. You know, I can understand if you're trying to pull this shit off on Planet Week, you know, in the third parsec, and y'all can do whatever funky shit you want to do there. But just the fact that you're doing it while the palette is in that area where Attack of the Clones is happening is heresy. It's heresy.
So you had a similar complaint about Ahsoka being in the mix too, didn't you? So this is kind of like the same dynamic for you.
There is no
like trying to.
It's kind of akin to the fact that when Ahsoka was first introduced, I didn't care much for her, and now I do. And it was the same with kind of Omega. Like when Omega was first introduced, I was kind of like, she's annoying. But I just, if they write it the way that I'm seeing it, I think that her character can turn out to be a pretty dope character. 1 second for this super chat. Ooh. From Rob. Salute, brother. You guys rock. Hope all is well. All the best.
Salute, Rob.
What I got for you?
Thanks for the super chat.
Arrogance blinds you, Master Yoda. Now you will experience the full power of the dark side.
Y'all remember that time?
You gonna make the point back on Revenge of the
Sith? Man, that's the whole point. That's the whole point, bro.
That's real, ladies and gentlemen. What you just saw in that clip is real Star Wars, unaltered, pure cut, like cocaine, like yayo, yo Chichi, get the yayo, go like this. That's that good shit. That's the good shit that you've been missing. There's this Bad Batch abomination, man. It's like, come on. Stop it with that. I mean, you're just so hard up to put your stamp on every single point of George Lucas's story. I know y'all sitting up there praying to God, and God forbid that you praying to God like, listen, once George is gone, we can do whatever the fuck we want. That's what you're waiting for. That's what you're waiting for, but you're testing the waters right now. And the fact that you got but why am I not surprised she a female? Why? Why am I not surprised? Couldn't be a twin brother. No, he had to be purple, blonde hair. I'm shocked they ain't give her purple hair. That would have been a dead giveaway right there. But just the fact that you did that, and then you said she was the unaltered clone, and I'm like, movie already expressed that Boba is the unaltered clone.
But the movie expresses that Boba is the only unaltered clone that Jango himself chose for payment. It has nothing to do with the fact that as the cloners, if they choose to say, hey, let me, kind of like Qui-Gon when he pricked Anakin's thumb, right, to get the blood, right? Because he's, what are you doing? I'm just checking for infections. That kind of shit, man. Like Jango's. Boba was Jango's choice for payment as his only unaltered clone, right? Along with his credits, right? But that had nothing to do with the Kaminoans. They could choose to do what they want to do with his genetic material that they have.
You know what? They had all that fucking time sitting on the genetic material for 10 goddamn years when they was cloning them. They ain't touched not one hair.
But that's the thing. So when you look at the show, you have to understand that this is sort of a contingency plan because Lama Su, he's afraid that the Empire is going to take the funding from them, is going to take the clones away from them and move forward with just the conscripted stormtroopers. So this is sort of his way. It hasn't all unfolded yet, but that's his reason for wanting to get behind bringing in Omega to pull her genetic material or her genetic but this material is from
for Revenge of the Sith.
No, this is after Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, this is after Revenge. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because before the Kaminoans, everybody was chilling. They making clothes. They was contractors, and the Galactic Republic didn't have no problem with that. They pretty much, as far as they was concerned, we all on the same side. They just happen to clone the army. You know.
Let me read this real quick. From David Hervey, $5. Do you guys think they are going to try to use Omega instead of Boba to handle Cad Bane, unlike in the Clone Wars unfinished video when it was Boba? And that's a great question. Somebody put out or made the point that when you see that Cad Bane's hat comes off and he's got the helmet, or not the helmet, but the metal plate on his head, that fight may have already happened. So this may be after that.
Yeah.
But let me give you something.
It's treason, then.
Terrible.
I thought that was appropriate.
Killing.
I got another super chat here from Crazy Mad. I'm telling you, Omega is the armorer. $4.99.
Might be.
What makes you think that?
I'm not going to be surprised if it is.
Guess she's got to be somebody.
I mean, you don't.
Either way, she's gonna appear.
You don't hear from the Omega and the OT. Nobody don't fucking mention them. Now you got to create comic books or whatever to try to justify this person being here, and I'm not fucking buying that. You know,
but this is also a great point. The white helmet. If you guys ever see that prototype armor that they have it, the Black Series, they have them. Star Wars Santa has it actually. The figure, I don't have that figure, but the prototype Boba Fett armor, the helmet is actually in Sid's her room, and so some people are speculating that helmet she will don Omega.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, they set the stage for her to show up in either the Boba Fett show or the Mandalorian. Yeah. I mean, the question is out there now. What happened to her? In much the same way as Baby Yoda, Grogu. It's like
disappeared until the Disney secret trilogy.
I'm just
fucked over.
I'm just saying, like, this is more to the perfect blueprint that I have been saying since Mando season 1. That they are building all these worlds in this timeline. This has happened after Order 66, but it'll probably get thrust into this Mandalorian timeline.
Absolutely.
And then they're gonna go fight, and then hopefully, I don't know what they're gonna do, but Ron's gonna be the Thanos, and everyone's gonna have to come together, and maybe Boba's about to die. They'll do something dramatic where Boba's about to die, and he's fighting, and then Omega will come and save her brother, something like that. But it's all like, to me, it looks like they're building all these little shows like they did with Marvel. So you got Absolutely. The Bad Batch, and for what it's worth, I know the old T people don't like it. I haven't seen the show. Me and Star Wars are in a weird relationship right now, but I know that people that are enjoying this show a lot would probably love to see a live action Bad Batch fight, and they might pull something like that off to fight Thrawn. I mean, who knows? Like if they're still alive, I mean, they'd be pretty old by then. But
yeah, I think that the Bad Batch are, except for Omega, will probably have to perish before we get to that point. But
okay,
but I think you're absolutely right that they're intertwining, keeping everything interconnected, and that's why we have Fennec connecting Boba and Fennec connecting Omega.
Yeah.
And Island says for $5, I don't mind Omega. That's the way she says her name. Personally, y'all think they've got good enough writers to have her survive, maybe meet Boba, and if not, feel forced or feel bad. And yeah, I think that she will encounter Boba at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You're probably casting right now.
Yeah, they're
gonna do that with.
This is what.
But
so
she would have to be older, though, right?
But
She'd have to be significantly.
I want you guys to see that this is, from the Disney standpoint, this is kind of what they have started to do. They did that with Maleficent. They've taken their big bad people and made people feel sympathy for them. They did that with Cruella, apparently, I guess. They changed the Cruella de Vil was supposed to be this evil woman that killed Dalmatians to make coats. Well, they bring in her origin story. Spoilers if you don't want to hear. If you don't want to hear, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Apparently, it's the dogs that make her evil because the dogs were biting her when she was a child and everything. So now she has like Disney wants you to feel sorry for her. So no one's really the bad guy. Boba Fett with Slave One and all that stuff. It seems like they're gonna move Boba Fett into more of a hero's role than what he was as he was supposed to be a bad villain. But even in the EU, Boba Fett kind of transformed into a hero's role in some of the EU books where he actually trained Han Solo's child. So so it's just kind of interesting to see, like, in the Disney eyes, they really don't want people to look at good or bad. They want everyone to kind of be good people, So it doesn't surprise me that they will change Boba Fett's trajectory into a more of a hero role. Number one, it will sell toys, maybe. Number two, Boba Fett had such limited screen time, but he was one of the most popular Star Wars characters of, he was like because the mystery that surrounded him. He was one of the few people to actually get Luke Skywalker tied up, in Return of the Jedi. If Han Solo didn't accidentally turn around and pop his, who knows what could have happened,
Yeah.
So it's like, I think there's some people in the marketing area there who are like, listen, Boba's good marketing, man. Boba's good marketing. So let's
only
just
to a certain point. You keep fucking around with him, he's not going to be marketable anymore, except for the pronoun kids, the gender studies group, and the Fruit Loops.
Yeah, but I will not. That's who they are marketing to. So it doesn't matter. Like this whole Slave One debacle. You see the fandom again.
Don't go there yet. I'm
just saying. All right, we'll go there, but
we're going there.
You see the fandom split. You see all those people that love The Last Jedi and all them. They're all making fun of us. They're all calling us names. I sent you pictures in our chat.
Yeah,
of these idiots and what they say, what they think. They're happy that Slave One name is being removed.
They've been having a field day. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're even attacking the actor who's standing his ground. Made a video on it today, and but
shout out to what's his name, Mark.
We're gonna talk about. Do you want to go into that now?
Well, we were on Boba Fett. It kind of slides right into it.
All right. And y'all know I gotta do it. I can't just go into it, right? I gotta. We gotta transition into it now. We can't just be talking about it. We gotta transition into it now.
I thought you were gonna put the little label on there, Boba Fett spaceship or something. On the bottom.
That's hilarious, man.
I thought I was on the episode.
Dope though.
I thought I was on MTV. I thought I was on MTV for a minute. Okay. You know how they transition on MTV?
That's what I felt like too. I was like, oh.
You're on TRL live.
When people are pointing out that on other Lego sets, ships have been labeled so-and-so ship and everything. But from what I understand, they don't want to use the word slave. Like that was the issue for them. They actually don't want to use that word. Like with Slave Leia, so they want to move away from that word.
Well, Slave Leia is a Jabba killer now, something like that. They call it something like that.
So
I don't know.
The thing is this.
Oh God Almighty.
Because I'm not as triggered yet because they have not removed the name Slave One from the lore. So I made a video if anybody wants to check that out about it.
I watched it.
But they haven't removed that from the lore. So not yet, exactly. So until they do that, if you still go on StarWars.com and you look up the Slave One as Boba Fett ship, it's still labeled Slave One. In episode 5 or 6 with Moochie in it, with the Rancor, the baby Rancor, they refer to the people as slavers. Those kids were being stolen. And they were going to be moved into slavery. So they're not necessarily shying away from slavery or the word slaves.
And again, Skywalker was a slave.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Go back to the Phantom Menace and start editing out shit. I mean, come on, these people are.
But I'll wait.
Well, they haven't removed it yet.
They haven't removed it yet, and I'm waiting for the Book of Boba Fett. With the Book of Boba or Mandalorian 3, when you have it'll be all about Boba Fett. Right. If in that time, then they call it something else, then I'll say, okay, now I understand. Now they've actually changed the name. Right now, like I have a cat, I have a dog, and I have 2 guinea pigs. If you say to me, that's Michael's guinea pig or Michael's cat, it doesn't change the name from Meadow or Moki or Rainbow or Cupcake. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's just what those are. But I still know that the names are what the names are. Now, if you came and then you tried to rename them, you say, no, your cat's name is not Meadow. Your cat's name is this. But that's not what you're saying. You're saying that's Michael's cat. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
no, I get you.
I get you.
Until they do that in the lore, that's when I'm gonna be pissed. When they change it in the lore.
What I noticed was the fact that I don't know if I misread that enough or something, but the article that I read when they first announced that was that they said that according to some people that Disney went to, they had a problem with that word slave. I might be wrong with that. It's like somebody had a problem with the word slave.
They said they didn't want it to be referred to that on the packaging, that they wanted them to back away from that on the packaging. And that's why I'm saying, like, right now, because they haven't spoken to it in any sort of a reference to the lore, I can't be upset right now because they have chosen to use different names for those packages anyway. And like I said in the video, if I tell my wife, now my family, we are all Star Wars heads, but I'm the one that knows Boba Fett's ship as Slave One. If I tell my wife to go to Target and get Boba Fett's ship, she's seen it enough to go and pick up Boba Fett's ship. If I say go get Slave One, she's not gonna know what the hell Slave One is.
But bro, it's just a matter of reading, though, bro. She just reads the package. It says Slave One, Boba Fett ship. That, you know, why would you take that name? Like, why? Why are they doing this?
So I want to double back on what
40 years. Nobody had a fucking issue about it. 40 years, and you have the feminists and the social justice warriors, even back in the 80s and 90s, even in the early 2000s. Nobody said nothing. Nobody cared. I want people to really just understand that you got up one morning, you got pissed, you wasn't getting the pipe. Nobody's not licking the kitty cat. Nobody's not doing nothing. You pissed. You go to work, you know, your supervisor's being a dickhead. Why are you 15 minutes late? Shut the fuck. You go to your cubicle, you spill your coffee. Now you're all upset. Nobody's not even giving you the time of day. And then you just happen to see Boba Fett ship. Slave One. You triggered. Now you call upstairs the upper management. I have a problem with the word slave.
But it's at this point though, this is why I'm not upset yet, is that it's not inconsistent. It's not inconsistent with other Lego packaging. It's so it's not.
Well, what other Lego package has been changed after decades of being known as something else?
But not to say decades is known as something else, but just to say that Anakin's ship, Grievous's ship, these are all named.
I just want to know why.
There are Lego ships with Slave One.
Yeah,
all of these decades. It's on the package. Nobody gave a shit. You literally looking at the same box that the Lego company built it for 7
But it's not inconsistent. That's what I'm saying. It's just not inconsistent until they change that name in the lore. That's when it's like I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Okay, at least
I completely understand what you're saying. It just at this point hasn't pissed me off.
And then all of a sudden you had a problem with it, and now you're going to change it in 2021. When the same packaging from Lego company, the big CEO, nobody even had a thought in their head about, oh, slave one must be highly sensitive material. Nobody thought about it. Black kids had slave one. Nobody had a problem.
Okay.
Woo!
Let me read this. So five.
Sound like I
so
just
five-
heard the
he
slave
says-
one.
No, I had a problem, Abu
Was that the
Nabs.
slave
I had
one?
a
One second,
problem.
one second.
No, I got a problem. I had a problem
Go ahead.
because I couldn't afford that freaking Lego set. It was too damn much. That's my problem.
What? God damn. All right.
That thing was $85.
It was,
I have
that-
it. I got it
Crazy
now.
because I've been black and a Star Wars fan my whole life, and not once have I ever thought of Slave One and in real life slavery together. It tells more of the execs. That is
The whole thing about that is
where my issue is. That's where my issue is right there, because I think somebody thinks that they're doing this for black people as if being black is synonymous with being a slave.
Exactly.
in 2021.
I'm glad you said that.
You know what
I'm glad you said that because guess what? Every single human on this planet, at some point in time, has been a slave to somebody. Throughout history, mankind has enslaved each other for time immemorial. It's not just that's the thing that always annoys me when like you
that's
say.
because you're dealing with America. That's what. So the difference is that experience in American history is unique to black people. It's granted that slavery has happened throughout the world. It has happened.
It's still happening right now. It's still happening right now.
You know what?
But that experience in America is unique to black people,
right? And
recognizing how diverse this melting pot of a
I'm gonna step out while y'all talk about this because I don't want to.
So that's the reason why some people get tight about it.
Yeah, and it's the assumption that we can't handle the reality of our past. We overcame that. We should be proud of that as a people. But they're trying to act like this is something that they want to sweep it under the rug. Oh, does that make you people sensitive? You know what I mean? Nobody is asking for this who's black.
What are you talking?
You know what I mean?
You want to know the worst part? It's
ahead,
white people doing it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. There's no black people who objected to this. Just the same way there was no black people who objected to the General Lee and the Dukes of Hazzard. Y'all are doing all this virtue signaling in our name, and it's all bogus.
So
just the good old boys.
I mean, as far as Confederate flag,
never mean it no more.
You already know how I feel about that. But when we were kids, the whole General Lee and no, it was a good show. It was a good show. But when you get the learning and whatever, then I'm like, yeah, that flag.
I didn't even know what that flag meant when I just came watching Dukes of Hazzard. I didn't even know what that meant.
But the law never will.
That Daisy though, she can get it.
Yeah. Here's the thing I want to say about that though. Like I've told y'all, like I've actually was blessed to be able to know two of my great grandmothers, right? On my father's side, my great grandmother was Irish, but on my mother's side, she was an actual slave, and not once did you hear her. I spoke to her like I was actually allowed. That's history that I was actually able to sit there and talk to. Yeah, she was an actual slave, and not once did you see in her eyes defeat. My great grandmother didn't show defeat at all. So I don't like this defeated
I put
attitude.
on one of them dresses like them Irish people do. Hey,
That's a
Letty.
tilt.
Hey, Letty. I want to see Dmajini in the kilt.
But no, but I'm just.
Next dark council, I want Dmajini in the kilt.
Dmajini be river dancing.
Next dark council, I want Dmajini in the kilt right now. Dmajini, where your kilt at? Where your kilt at?
Last Slave One with Han Solo and Carbonite.
And Carbonite.
Drunk better not ever invite me to his house because I'm stealing everything.
Everything in the back. Man. Everything in the back.
But my point I'm trying to say is that
it's hot, bro.
My great grandmother, she never once showed defeat in her eyes.
$85.
That's because there were people, human beings who were enslaved.
They didn't
$2 super sticker from Raj H.
They didn't
always showing up.
They didn't keep records of her, so she lived. She was a lot older than what they said she was. So she had her wits all the way up to the day she died. And like I said, me talking to her, she never once showed defeat. And I hate the way they do this. That everything has to be so on eggshells.
I don't
No,
know
it's
why
not.
they tying. I don't know why they tying slave with black anyway, because the Jewish people was enslaved way longer than anybody in
But
mankind
that's
history.
us doing
And
that.
I'm done.
That's
Wasn't
in
that's
America,
America.
No,
That's America.
I get it, but it's like what I said in my video about Anakin in Phantom Menace when Padme asked him, "Are you a slave?" He says, "I'm not a slave. I'm a person." You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're a person, a human being who was enslaved. But
Right.
what you're talking about, Dmajini, is somebody who never lost their dignity in sight of the fact that they were a human being. You know, they
Correct.
might have been in a condition of slavery, much the same way that we're in a condition of being overworked. A lot of us, you know, some of us might
Yeah.
feel like we're enslaved, you know, miss a couple of rent or mortgage payments and find out how free you are.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? But you maintain your dignity. And I think that's what these people don't understand is that generations after slavery, we are a proud people to the point where we're not so you know, triggered by the mere mention of the word slave. And I think that's what's behind this. That's why I do take offense. It's like I'm not triggered. I'm not trying to cancel anything, but I'm just saying I see what they're doing. It's like, don't do that on my behalf. You know, we don't need that.
Yeah,
The story called it the slave one. It's the slave one.
Right. You're not doing us any favors because this entire time before everybody started going woke, we already knew what time it was.
But the thing is, the fact that so this just happened this weekend, right? That Moochie episode happened 2 weeks ago. So they're not trying to remove slavery from Star Wars or the conditions of slavery or the word slavery from Star. It was in that episode. That's what I'm saying. So until they remove it from the lore, they have not removed it from the lore.
Then
I just want to know why they're doing it. Now I know that there's a lot of why nots. You know, I always say that in my videos. You always have, when these things come up, there's always, we ask why, and then everybody else has to run up asking, well, why not? What's wrong with you people? Why can't you just go along with it? You know what I mean? Look, there's nothing wrong with asking why. After 40 years, why are you doing this? That's all we want to know. You know,
but Mark, these are the same people, because I follow them on Twitter. These are the same people that want Sasha Banks fired all of a sudden because she liked an Instagram post. A black woman. These are the same people that went after Gina Carano's free think. Now they're like, now that my friend Pete, that Abu Nas ripped a new butthole a year ago, who always comes after me, basically saying, you're complaining that they're removing the word slave one. You must be a racist, Jay.
Hit the like button.
Why are you not pointing me out to this fuck muppet?
Because I need you on Twitter. That's all.
By the way, guys, I see they're wondering why Dmajini is fanning himself. He doesn't have power, guys. This man is a trooper.
Yeah.
You know, there's no.
Man, don't lie. You know, you forgot to pay your note.
Shut your ass up.
Oh shit, he got the only LED lantern right now because he ain't paid his PSE&G bill, bro.
Oh my god. Yo.
You know you messed up on the date real quick. You're like, dang, I thought that was Monday, not next Tuesday.
Real quick.
I hate you all.
Hey guys, just a heads up, I ain't got no power, but there's no storms, Dmajini. What happened? I don't know, maybe somebody hit a telephone pole or ain't no storms out, D. What happened? I don't know.
My man looking like he come from the coal mine, man. He putting in work.
Oh, we love you, D.
I like he said Dmajini looked like a lady in church fanning himself.
That's what it's all about. Shit, I gotta stay cool. I got my drink still in the freezer because the freezer's still cold, so I'm still got something.
But you want to know and listen, I would love to hear your take on this, but you guys know I was in Haiti for a few years. On January 1st, they celebrate the fact that they were slaves that overcame. It is a huge party. They're the only, I don't know what you call it. Like they were like the only country created that the slaves rose up.
They beat everybody off that island that was their slave.
Napoleon and all them out.
I did a report on
it. And people don't know their history. If it wasn't for Haitians rising up and kicking France out of their country,
they kicked them out. Yep.
Right, but this is how it pertains to America. France wanted that. Man, don't blow me up. You make me self-conscious.
He get nervous.
France wanted France needed money after they lost Haiti. So they sold the Louisiana Purchase to America, the whole midsection of America. They sold because the slave revolt, they needed money to go back and try to take the island. So if it wasn't for the black slaves in Haiti rising up and declaring their own country, then America might look a little different. But it's funny how they celebrate that in Haiti. Like, it's a huge part. It is like a party. They were like, yeah, you thought you could bring us down, but look where we are now. And everybody gets food and they dancing and they just have it. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's
but that ain't the only story. It's tons of black stories where the slaves revolted and destroyed their slave masters. You got you got the Zulu tribe.
Shaka Zulu.
They beat the Europeans, and the Europeans had guns. The Zulu had nothing but spears and shield and
what I'm saying is all that, like, we never teach that part of history about why France. Why France? Man, I'm making a powerful point here, and Abuna's like, "Shut up, Jay, don't talk no more." All right, fine, I hear you.
Well, from Riff Magus, he got $5. He says that's a lot of awesome on one panel. I've been really enjoying your videos, Callous. Salute, brother. Special shout out to my fellow ninja, Fatal J. What I got for him.
What I was saying was America.
I know you would. I can feel your anger.
He done played the clip while I was talking. How are you gonna like that? The man played the clip while I was talking.
I said, hold on.
No, but
I'm just saying, I don't know why we those are some of the stories that I taught my classroom, because those are the untold stories of like what you guys were talking about before, overcoming horrible obstacles to be where you are now. Yeah, so anyway,
it's something to be proud of.
Man,
and
respect,
unfortunately,
because
it's not
teaching that in the book.
It's not taught. And that's the problem, because that is American history.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm talking about. When you start removing words like slave and slavery and all that stuff, and also tearing down statues. You know, I did videos years ago saying that I didn't agree with tearing down those statues. You know, and wherever you find Confederate flags, I understand the complicated history, but like I said, as a country, we overcame that. We rose past that, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
It's not nothing to be ashamed of, but the statue is made for celebration. So I agree that because it's historical, it does deserve to be in a museum. But I don't agree that it needs to be in a place where it should be celebrated. Where if I as a black man want to move into any place that I want to move in this free United States of America, where I should be able to move to, my father served in the United States military, I should be able to move any damn where I want to in this free country, and I shouldn't have to look at something that completely was erected to show hate for me. I shouldn't have to see that. But I don't agree that it should be eradicated. I think that it does deserve a place in.
Can I ask you something? How many? I just had a question though. How many innocent black men or black women do you think died in our criminal justice system underneath our current American flag and with the Bible?
Well, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the flag. I'm talking about a statue of.
Well, the point is
to celebrate that we can go. We can talk. Go ahead.
The point is it's a complicated history that we have here in this country, you know. And I'm just saying, we start tearing down our institutions, whether we agreed with them, whether they were against our people or their people or whatever, you won't have much of a country left. Yes. Now, I do agree with putting it in museums and stuff, you know, and teaching it
we
properly.
Should celebrate history.
But they were pulling them down and destroying them.
No, that's not what I'm not saying. It's the same reason why I disagree. There was a time that Black History Month was necessary to bring attention to it, right? At this point in time, it needs to be American history. It's not a month that it should be celebrated. It should simply be American history, not Black History Month, but American history. And then it's sort of that same situation that I recognize, or just from my perspective, when I see those statues. I do not want to see them eliminated because they represent the past. They represent history. They represent growth.
I got another question.
Yeah.
Looking at the lovely Jane Theory's comment here, the flag wasn't created to send a message to Black people, unlike the statue. Well, what about the crosses that were burned on people's lawns?
We're going far left. We're going far left. Let's bring it back.
The Force is strong with you. A powerful Sith you will become. Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
My brother, the gospel taking us to church, man.
Hey, I always wonder.
I'm just saying, it's that same cross.
Real quick though.
Yeah, I want to get back to the Force.
Okay, did they add something to Palpatine's voice when he said henceforth? Because it sounded like he had something stuck in his throat.
Yeah, the whole time you can hear that it's layered because he's hissing and gurgling the whole time he's talking before and after. There's layered.
He was speaking through the Force. That's why I guess that was supposed to emulate the fact that he was speaking through the Force, and the dark side was giving him that name, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What up,
Vito?
Vito looking fly with that bald head and bow tie. My boy got the bald head and the bow tie looking fly.
Yes,
That's what I'm talking about.
Let me see what I got for him.
I have waited a long time for this moment, my little green friend.
Yoda had
I love the cackling.
Motherfucker called me a friend. You a goddamn Sith Lord. You called me a friend. Yoda got up like, bitch.
Oh, man, my sound just went on again.
Not the one.
Hey, listen. So, what do you guys think about? Well, let me transition here. Hold on, and let me transition to correct.
MTV time.
Yep.
Wait.
You on TRL live?
No, but you guys, listen. I don't like the what's going on. What's going on? Y'all all good? Y'all good?
Yeah, we good.
Focus it.
No, I'm angry, man. I'm freaking mad. I'm angry.
What you angry about? Talk to me.
I'm on a damn diet. I'm trying to lose 25 pounds by August 11th, man. I'm angry all the time. Look, I'm eating freaking celery sticks. This is my dinner right here. Celery stick.
All right.
Watch what I'm about to do.
You got some protein.
You're trying to lose your weight on my birthday. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Did you guys
August
hear
11th,
those?
right?
Yeah.
That
Now I'm gonna be on an airplane that whole day.
You guys killing
Well,
me. That's why
that sucks.
we just
Yeah.
we just talking. What about the Inquisitor showing up in the Kenobi show?
Drunk didn't
Anybody
finish
hear
his
about?
point. Wait, what? Drunk didn't finish. What point was I supposed to finish?
You got to eat more.
Actually, two
more
people
than
said
celery.
that. Drunk never made his point.
I think
What
he
was
made
I
his
talking
point
about?
the importance of teaching history the right way about what people have done, you know, the sacrifices they made. That's what I got out of it.
What I was saying was in Haiti and the DR and all the places in the Caribbean, it's not like they celebrated being slaves, they celebrated overcoming it. And like what Mark was saying is if people in America are like, we need to erase it so no one's offended by it, then how do we celebrate overcoming it? And
Yeah,
and
we
saying
shouldn't.
that's where I was going. I was like, other countries, they even do reenactments in Haiti where it's like it is a big deal to them.
Right.
It is a big deal to them to say we might not be the richest country, but you know, no soda. I got no soda in me.
Black
no alcohol.
Superwoman. Black Superwoman.
facts, though.
I just canceled my soda thing
Absolutely.
too. I tossed the shit out and everything, so I'm done with
Y'all
it.
Abu Nas new video? He had a chicken. He was like sticking that hand in there.
But he was killing me because he kept calling that damn adobo. I said, if this brother don't stop killing my adobo over here, adobe. I said, there ain't no E's in there, Abu.
Hey,
in the kitchen with Abu Nas. In the kitchen with Abu Nas.
You need to make another one. That joke was hilarious.
You guys gotta check it out.
I did. I didn't realize how popular it's gotten, but I'm grateful. People actually
he be getting sexy with it too. Then you caress the chicken. Then you put your hand on the inside. I was like, yo.
I was like, he's showing his skills. We know what you were doing. We know what you were doing. Oh, he left real quick to go pay that note at 7-Eleven. I know what you did.
My brother back in business.
Looks like the payment cleared. All right.
I'm gonna go on my computer, so I'm gonna get off. I'll go on my computer.
All right.
I wasn't caressing the chicken, but I had to, you know.
If you haven't seen the video, go to Abu Nas' channel, ladies, so you know his skill set about cooking.
But Abu's gonna pronounce that with an E. So in Abu's kitchen, it's ADOBE. Adobe.
Right. That was my bad. That was my bad. I don't know what I was thinking.
Dang, Tim Mama said Dmajini's mom paid the bill. You gotta go up 2 more.
Ma!
19K Fox says cash advance saves the day. Hey, we all been there. I don't know. I can't speak for them, but I've been there.
I've been there too, man. So no, we laughing, but we definitely understand. We're just glad our brother got the lights back on, you know?
Yeah.
He needs cash.
We just teasing him.
This is a great question. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was going to ask you, it might be embarrassing, but what is this Inquisitor thing that you were getting started on? But I know you want to read that first, right? Because I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, so the Inquisitors are going to show up, or there's I saw it on Screen Rant. I heard, I know this is Drunk's favorite friend, Ward, also said it. That the Inquisitors are due to show up, or at least one to show up in Kenobi's new live action show. And the dopeness about that is because, Palpatine put Vader in command of the Inquisitorius, right? And people don't often know that the Grand Inquisitor and Vader had beef because the Grand Inquisitor felt entitled. He felt like he should run it. And so Vader had to check him. They even had a little bit of a battle when in the library.
Tell me that Anakin mopped the floor with that.
Yeah, he did, bro.
Okay, good.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
Come on, he put it on him. Yeah, he ain't seeing it. He ain't seeing Vader. Yeah, Vader put it on him. But so that's just, I think that when it comes to lightsaber action would be the only way that I'm cool with seeing lightsaber action in this show, because I don't want to, unless, of course, and we talked about this before, unless it's some sort of a flashback where maybe he's thinking about when they fought on Mustafar or something. I just don't want to see a Vader and Kenobi confrontation, unless it's maybe he's seeing into the future, maybe they're seeing into the past, or maybe it's just some forced vision, something like that. But other than that, I do not want to see them.
That I want, and like I said in my video, I always wanted Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen to get back together. I was looking forward to this. I wanted it to be that if they're going to work together, make it Clone Wars flashbacks. You understand what I'm saying? That I can get behind.
Yeah,
but you cannot. And as I said, I'm rolling with our EU legends on this. OG Star Wars Stig, Lethal Lightning. I'm not budging on that. You do not show Vader and Obi-Wan fighting each other post Revenge of the Sith. Bad enough, Ahsoka should not even be living past Revenge of the Sith. Her story was supposed to end at that point. There is no purpose for her to really be where she's at now. Even though I like Ahsoka, I am adhering to the story elements of the OT because the OT doesn't. You can't even create shit in the comics to make it fit because the movies do not check that. And you can try to make believe that the movie can be intertwined with the comic books, but nobody in our age bracket is going to go for that.
But even in the comics, it wouldn't match. He simply says, I mean, there's a presence I haven't felt since, I mean, you just can't make those two come together again in real time.
Right.
If it's some sort of a premonition, some sort of a forest tree where they go in and they get the visions. If it's a flashback, if it's a vision of the future when they actually do fight in A New Hope, I'm all for that.
Did you hear his interview where he was talking about wearing new armor, which sent everybody crazy, saying that they'll probably do a scene with Anakin and Obi-Wan in the original Clone Wars armor.
That I can do.
I can get behind it.
Yeah.
I will definitely watch the fuck out of that show just to see that.
I'm excited for the show in general, but I just don't. That would be the one thing. That would mess it up for me.
I don't even want to deal with Obi-Wan, but I am going to watch it out of morbid curiosity, praying to God, please do not fuck this up. And I know they still gonna do it somewhere down the line. I
think the Inquisitors are the past because the Inquisitors are tied to Vader because he's essentially, they're his Knights of Ren, if you will, right? So he's the one that runs them. So this one maybe comes in contact with Kenobi. He's not going to be able to see Kenobi. Not at this point. Kenobi will mop the floor with whoever the hell this Inquisitor is going to be. I mean, come on, dude just took out Maul like 3 strikes. It was like block, dead.
The stupidest fight I have ever fucking seen. But that shit was trash. They scared each other. I mean, I'm giving
Rebels,
the atmosphere. The atmosphere was tight. In the darkness, and then the lightsabers. I would have thought that. Listen, if they're old people, at least their skill set is still on par with how they did in the prequels. So don't give me this whole. Cause I heard Filoni's.
I don't know, man. Kenobi took him pretty hard. And I thought of Count Dooku when he did that. I was like, see, he still got it.
He still got it, but that's stupid because Maul would not be prey to that type of strike, especially in terms of his prime. And he was handling both Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
You know what I think though? I think Maul when he finally saw Obi-Wan, he was kind of like, my journey, like I think it stunned him a little bit because he's like, my journey's over.
No, that still don't have nothing to do with his skill set in battle.
It can mess up his mindset.
You're talking about in Rebels, that last fight, and that was more to illustrate how powerful Obi-Wan had become than it was to detract from Maul. At least that's the way that I saw it.
But I mean, Maul's purpose was to kill Obi-Wan. Like that's what his mental purpose was.
Yeah,
he had no other purpose but to kill Obi-Wan. Like the thought of Obi-Wan Kenobi sent him in a frenzy.
He wanted Obi-Wan to suffer because remember
that's what I'm saying. That was his purpose,
right in front of him, and he had the opportunity to kill Obi-Wan, and he didn't do it. He could have killed Obi-Wan at that point. He just wanted to see him suffer, his world crumble beneath him. So when he reached him at that point, remember that both he and Ezra had that Force vision where he had seen the future. They'd recognized that what needed to transpire was beyond them, was beyond Obi-Wan, was beyond himself.
Ezra seeing the future now?
No, you don't remember when they sat in the
Ezra time traveled. What are you talking about?
No, they sat and they had the holocron and the
holocrons.
Yeah.
I don't watch that.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
I don't watch it.
Rebels wasn't bad in my opinion. I enjoyed it.
fucking Ezra builder that fucked him up in
Ezra, I didn't like in the beginning either. But
I watched the first episode and then I watched half of the second episode. Fucking Canon was bugging me out. I was like, God damn, man, you a little sucker, man. And I said, but then when I found out it was Freddie Prinze Jr. voice, it makes perfect sense. It makes absolute perfect.
Oh, I missed super chats. Hold on. $2 super chat from Lord Vito. He says real samurai sword matches last 2 or 3 moves. Absolutely correct.
They weren't supposed to see. This is the inconsistency.
1 second. $7.99 from one ill
O'Neal
74. O'Neal. You look at you. I'm over here. O'Neal. Is it O'Neal? I apologize for messing up your name. I apologize. Glad to catch you guys live. Much love from Australia. Salute. If anything, Anakin and Obi-Wan will show up in a flashback together. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah,
I
would get behind that. And
absolutely.
Real talk. As much as I can't stand the fact that they got to do this Obi-Wan thing, and I know at some point they are going to fuck up. But if I can give scenes with that, I could live with it.
What it's got going for it is Ewan McGregor, man. He's like their secret weapon. He's just perfect as Obi-Wan. You know, that's but I do believe they are gonna mess up the lore some kind of way. You know what I mean?
It's bound to happen, and then I'm gonna shit all over it.
We're gonna do this here.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Damn.
I know, man.
Just a badass.
Killing us with real Star Wars. That's what Lord Callous doing. We talking about all this fake bullshit Star Wars. He's hitting us with clips of real Star Wars.
There's more menace in these little clips than you ever found in that so-called sequel trilogy, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I digress. Like I said, I don't watch that trash ass Rebels, but it got a little following. People got a little. But that thing with Kenobi and that shit was trash to me because the 1, 2, 3 hit is like, listen, if you're going to have a final fight, y'all got to go balls to the wall. It doesn't impress me when y'all trying to get a little cute, and then it is like because Obi-Wan, even old, he's still not a thumb, you know. I guess I was kind of spoiled by that reimagining with Obi-Wan and Vader on the Death Star because they used the skill set that they was trained with in the prequels. That makes sense. If I had to change anything from A New Hope, I would literally change the fight between Obi-Wan and Vader to reflect their training as Jedis, even though they're advanced age. That doesn't change the skill set and how they was trained to fight. You understand what I'm saying? So they should have been doing exactly just that. But I understand, George. You made your first film. You didn't know how it was going to end out. It was 1977, and it's all good. But
you've got that. Have you ever seen that?
I wouldn't even change it. I would try to superimpose the old scenes with the new scenes, but
go
show their skill set.
Go look at that. What are their names? Fix It in Post, I believe. If you look at Fix It in Post, they do a reimagined version of that fight in A New Hope. It's funny because I also remember watching when that first came out, Jessie Milestone, because you know that she's more of a swordsman, like she knows actual. So she was a little opposed to it because of just for technical reasons, but the flash of it she appreciated, and that if you watch it, like it is. The way that they choreographed it is in line with, say, Episode 3. You know, it's.
That's what.
But they brought that to Revenge of the Sith. I mean, to A New Hope.
I mean, it always dope. And it always felt dope to me, even though, like I said, I don't want to change anything from the maker's vision in terms of Star Wars. All I know is that he upgraded and basically fleshed out their entire characterization through the prequels. And being that they're trained in that way, I know if George was forward thinking that if he was going to do that, 35 or 30 or 20, 25 years later in the prequels, what he did with Episode 4, he would have probably kept it in line. But either way, I just like to see people's skill set where they're at, and that's why the Obi-Wan and Maul thing that was just a letdown and a half to me. And then I said, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself to even go through that. to even give you a 1-2 bullshit thing, because the dialogue even after that was like, is he the chosen? Shut the fuck, die already, all right? You've been a menace throughout the entire thing, and you just go out like a wimp. You're not supposed to go out like a wimp. If you Darth Maul, you were supposed to go out with a blaze of glory. And at the very least, Obi-Wan,
he went out peacefully, not like a wimp. He went out at that point. He was down. Like he just realized that, you know what, this, as the Force was trying to tell him before in that vision, this is bigger than us. This is we need to protect Luke, because he's who is going to make the difference. He is who is going to ultimately, because you were right, Jay, that his sole purpose was, or he was sort of laser focused on Obi-Wan, but even more than Obi-Wan, he wanted his damn old master to die. He wanted to kill Sidious, because like
he would have never got that close.
Not only did Sidious do the first thing to him, then replaced him, but then remember, he killed his brother
right in front of him,
right there, just savagely too. Just
Sidious, man. He was trained by Darth Plagueis.
Yeah,
as badass as Maul is, you was not trained by Darth Plagueis. Okay,
he did have a pretty impressive arc. He did have a pretty impressive arc when you think about it.
Dark side.
I wanted to circle back. So I think
he said, "I'm not going to kill you. I have uses for you."
Exactly. For the Ahsoka show. But you guys, what are your thoughts on Cal Kestis? You guys all know. Okay, all right. Somebody reaching in and playing with the chin hairs. What happened to D? Pause. D said he was going to
lost his power again, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
that check ain't clear.
It ain't clear. Wait a minute. What are your thoughts on Cal Kestis ever coming to live action? You guys play Fallen Order?
I haven't played Fallen Order. I've seen Trump play Fallen Order.
Oh my goodness, bro! You need to play Fallen Order.
I keep hearing.
Goodness. Yeah. You need to play it, but I would love to see Cal come to live action.
Shit, bad enough. I got to get back on Swole Tour. I haven't been on that in a minute. I know that the updates and stuff and whatnot. I need to get on that.
Beginning today is double XP.
Oh shoot! I definitely
you need to get up on it. It's only going to be for 2 weeks, but Cal, and then also I forget his master's name, but if any of you guys before the game came out, they had a 5 comic book series that they had run before the game came out, which was awesome also to get that background into Seer. I think, if I'm remembering correct, Seer Junda, his master, right? And to see her actually come to live action with Cal would be dope, because it was kind of like, I did a video about this before, speaking to sort of an updated Luke Skywalker Jedi Academy based on who is currently a Jedi in canon. You know what I mean? And so Seer Junda would be alive. Cal Kestis would be available. You now have Ahsoka there. And I just think that would be, when they introduced Luke in The Mandalorian, we now have Ahsoka live action, bringing Cal Kestis into that with Seer Junda. I mean, you have the possibilities of the beginning of his academy before we have the likes of who were in place in the EU, and it doesn't have to discount those individuals. But I would love to see, to answer your question, the glory of man, I would love to see Cal Kestis in live action, and I think that the Ahsoka show would be the best place to put him alongside.
Is Fallen Order that game with the women and the 2 twins? Or is that something else?
It's a redhead, Cal.
You know what?
That's the boy with the robot on his back.
If you're gonna go that route, get the actor to play that did.
Yeah, because he's an actor.
He's an actor.
Yeah.
Get him.
That'll only be right.
And that'll be more authentic.
That game was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I know I enjoyed watching you play. You was doing a pretty good job there.
What it does, at least from my perspective, it doesn't necessarily conflict with what Luke was trying to accomplish, because during The Mandalorian, Luke wasn't building the academy yet. He was still out searching for trinkets, force trinkets during this time, because that time is only 5 to 7 years after Return of the Jedi. So he's not yet building the Force Academy. And the thing to think about during this time is that the reason why he destroyed that, spoiler for anybody who hasn't played the game, but he just did that to allow for the Force to allow these children to come or find them if they so choose.
Right.
Like rather than them actually hunt them down and try to reform a Jedi Academy based on that, maybe he understood that he's not the person. He and Seer are not the people that are equipped to do that. But somebody like Luke would be during this time. In fact, that's what he was trying to do. He was furthering his education during this time, because this 5 to 7 years before or after the Return of the Jedi was into the Heir to the Empire time period. So he doesn't have his academy yet. This is the time that he should be meeting with Mara Jade going forward at this point, not building his academy. So you still have time.
Can I say something real quick?
Please.
Y'all can forget about Disney respecting
Stop,
Lord.
we loving this. Don't bring it down, man.
No,
I'm
being honest,
He
bro.
just want to take down his pants
bro,
and shit on the whole.
Bro, I want them to stick to lore as much as anybody on this panel. But we need to quit fighting it. They fist to mess up everything, bro. They fist to mess up everything.
I agree with Fatal J.
We just got off the conversation of Obi-Wan and Darth Vader just to meet up again.
Can we be happy?
And it's still the
Fatal just want to be angry.
I'm not. No,
he said,
no, I
listen,
don't.
y'all having too much fun over here. Listen, Disney gonna fuck it up.
I'm just being a realist, bro. Sorry for me speaking truth and being real.
I know, bro.
I like the way Callous said, Disney gonna fuck it up.
No, sorry for me being real.
Speculate and have a
but
good,
bro, every time we talk about a certain Star Wars, but look, every time we talk about a certain Star Wars topic or show, we conflict with lore because they're breaking the lore every time they make something.
But why don't
Am I right or wrong?
But why don't and just enjoy the
I
conversation?
enjoy it.
Why don't
I gotta say, Fatal,
just enjoy the lore that George Lucas told?
But that's what we're speaking of.
You.
So that's exactly what we're doing, though. We're talking about what we have right now and pulling from aspects of George Lucas's lore to see what could happen in the future. Now, you're right. Will Disney do that? Probably not. But it's still fun.
But you know something? There's some people who think
Battlefront Forever says nerds. You're absolutely right.
There's some people who think it doesn't matter what they do anyway. Now, Fatal, you did a great job on Danny's show a couple of nights ago, Comics Chat. And and I watched that whole thing. One of the things he was saying Canon doesn't matter. Now, there's a lot of people out there who believe that, where Disney can just pick it up and just do whatever they want to do with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not the one. Canon is very, like I said, George Lucas was very specific. He told Kennedy, Google it. It's on TV. He told her, this is what I'm leaving you. Use this. I got the books, the novels, and the comics. Stuff that I approved of. That is the lore going forward. Use that.
Even if he just uses elements of it, though, he doesn't use the actual context. But what if they take certain elements and use it that way? Are we accepting that?
No.
You just know you want it to be specifically George Lucas's vision.
Because in my head, that's what he told her. He knew that they have existing materials that you can use. And that was something that Kathleen Kennedy said in her Google it. She said it.
Hold on a second.
And we will take care of your characters and the universe that you created as you intended. Look what happened. But you take a little Thrawn and you take a little Jason Solo.
I didn't know you had channel members. I just became a channel member to the Lord Callous. thing, and everyone should be a member.
Well,
I didn't
I
know he had
appreciate
membership.
that.
Wow. Well, damn, you were a member of my channel.
Wait a minute, drunk. He only says it. He only says it at the end of every single video that he does.
That's because he don't never watch the end of every video.
Rose rants, Biggles, Mets. You know, I can almost name them all at this point.
It's
I appreciate you, drunk.
Drunk.
Y'all
Remember this?
complaining that
Drunk.
I'm giving him money. That's
Yeah,
great.
I'm not complaining.
Drunk, remember this?
Yeah,
Nice
I'm
intro.
about to
I
say,
love you, brother.
Nice intro. This is drunk all day. Nice intro.
It don't matter. I give him money every month. I see.
Yeah.
I'm never mad with nice intro.
I mean,
Nice intro.
Wait till you see how much I just spent on your hotel in New York.
And I'm gonna do a big boo boo in that toilet.
oh my God.
Oh, this guy, come on now.
Hey, he's getting better. He's getting better.
Well, you
Only
know
took
what?
an hour and a
Did
half
we-
into the show.
Jay's gonna buy me some nice pizza.
You done set it off. I appreciate
Before we go
I
forward,
appreciate you, Vito.
let me give my before we go forward, let me give my summary about this whole Bad Batch and the fucking Slave One. And I got a little summary behind that. Y'all want to hear it?
Here you go.
Yeah. You gotta
Wait
wait.
a minute,
Another
wait a
new
minute.
member. I started a trend.
That's what I just said. I appreciate you. Lord Vito.
What up,
salute,
Lord Vito?
drunk,
Lord Vito.
salute. Are you going into a song?
Yes, I am, because I'm going to intro. Because yes, I'm a
Hey,
summarize.
are you going into a song or what? Because I got stuff going on here. Tell me what's up.
I will never get tired of that. I wish I could just pull your thing, put it to my page.
I can send it to you. If you want it, I'll send it to you, bro. No
I
doubt.
can't do it myself. It's not authentic when the host do it for your brother. That's the shit right there. Anyway, all right. So all you crazy people, y'all mute your mute. What did I say? Oh God, I'm
Mute.
mute.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I know
mute
what you meant.
yourself. Don't start because I know he's probably listening.
I'm listening.
Oh God. So anyway, I'm gonna give a little summary of what we all discuss as a team. But you know, we may have opposing opinions on certain things, but you know what? This brotherhood is tight, man. This brotherhood is tight. It's like, listen, I can disagree with it, but I still love my brother and I'm a ride for him. It's just like that,
Absolutely.
man. You could only wish, you know, I only wish for y'all that y'all can have a team like mine, man. Straight up and down. But for right now, I'm about to go into stereo mode because you got to hear the music bumping. Everybody is on mute. Let's get this summary of what we just talked about out the way like a pro. Whoa! Ooh, God damn! Oh, that beat slaps like your mama's biscuit. Let's do it.
One second, though. Can I get this?
Woo!
Because Terminus is crazy. He said, yo.
Wait a minute. I still got the echo.
It's so good. It's so good.
All right.
Yo, Fredo's got a BM degree in boo-booology. For those that don't know, a BM is a bowel movement.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. All right, let's. Oh, God, I got that image in my head. I got to get this shit out. All right, let's do it. So, man, Disney is on their bullshit, man. But you know, selling out is the thing to do with George Lucas. Once again, we return to give you the biz. Drop the science on the bullshit. You know what it is. It's about oh. One more time, because you know, fucking up is not what I like to do, so let's roll. Third time's a charm, you know? Third time's a charm, man. I love talking about people selling out, you know? Shitting on our franchise. Once again, we return to give you the biz. Drop the science on the bullshit. You know what it is. Is it about Disney fake Lucasfilm? You're right. What the fuck they do now? Yo, hold on tight. We gon' break this shit down with everything that went wrong. And I'ma tell you right now that the shit was long. You wanna go? Let the Dark Council be your guide. Take you on a wild ride into the dark side, where you all will be witness to their secrets and lies that they tell on themselves and everyone outside. Do the damn electric slide if you're feeling the vibe. Never go take a bribe, cause we rockin' it live. All these Disney shows better go run and hide. For the maker's vision, there's no compromise. We're gonna keep it real, and that's not a surprise. Disney fake Lucasfilm, so they sold to survive because
let's get it all in perspective.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day.
Let's get it all in perspective.
It's business, that's all it is.
yeah.
Let's get it all in perspective.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day.
Let's get it all in perspective.
It's business, that's all it is.
Now, right out the gate, they was on their dumb shit, making up the crazy shit that they couldn't resist. Harvey Weinstein's girl jumped off the abyss, making Star Wars safe for the new feminists. They even hired new writers that don't know they shit about Star Wars and everything that came with it. They gonna throw more whamming power in your face, and whatever they don't like, they gonna erase. Look at the Bad Batch, yeah, that shit is a mess. Continuity is gone when they press the reset. I bet you Dave Filoni was behind this shit. Perfect female alpha clone, ain't that a bitch? Guess Attack of the Clones is worthless now. The entire clone origin they disavow. Of everything that Lucas said that came to be. Another day of the office of woke Disney, you know?
Let's get it all in perspective.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day.
Let's get it all in perspective.
It's business, that's all it is.
That's all it is.
Let's get it all in perspective.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day.
Let's get it all in perspective.
It's business, that's all it is.
I guess the moral of the story is just sell your soul. Gotta get all that money before you unfold. Disney fake Lucasfilm know the jig was up. They know the real Star Wars fans don't give a fuck. They know the pronoun kids is gonna eat this shit up. They know the gender studies group can't get enough. Looking around for something to cancel, son. Now they coming after Boba Fett Slave 1, saying that it's problematic and we ain't having fun. It was fun for 40 years. Where the fuck was you, son? It's the woke narrative that you tried to spin. Despite all that you do, yeah, we still gonna win. Gina Carano got the ball rolling there first. And when you try to cancel her, yo, that shit didn't work. You lost so much money, you're gonna lose more, yo. Another day in the life, Disney selling they soul because
let's get it all in perspective.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day.
Let's get it all in perspective.
It's business, that's all it is.
Let's get it all in perspective.
oh,
What's the threat? We all sell out every day.
selling out.
Let's get it all in perspective.
I can't sell out.
It's business, that's all it is.
I can't do it.
Let's get it all in perspective.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day.
Let's get it all in perspective.
Come on.
It's business, that's all it is.
That's how I'm looking at.
Let's get it all in perspective.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day.
Let's get it all in perspective.
It's business, that's all it is.
That's all it is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me shout some people in the chat. Thanking them for even coming out here with us, you know? I mean, Ducky Momo, Inferno Hippo 27, Black Superwoman, oh, she takes me to heaven. Daryl the Derelict, Dirt Nat 34, I'm a rich swag lord, hey, you know he a boy. No, Kai MFS, hollering back, Taya Mama, oh yeah, you know she got that. Cheesy Grits, whoa, now that's the shit. Now they flipping on anyone who ain't on it. Trey Courtney, what? Do the dude, Drunk Banana, Lord Vito, yo what it do, Joshua Rose, Saul Goodman, Battlefront forever, hold it down like a yeah whatever, Doxy Mama 82, The Senate bruh, yo, Corderin Tornillo, whoa, Wonka, Daryl the derelict. I'm a rich slag lord. Yeah, we already know, my man. So
Let's get it all.
What's the threat?
oh my goodness.
We all sell out
All right,
every
y'all.
Let's get it all in perspective.
One more time.
It's business.
That's
That's all it is.
What's what it is, baby.
Let's get it all in perspective.
What's the threat? We all sell out every
Oh man,
day.
I love you guys out
Get
here.
it all in perspective.
It's business. That's all it is.
Wait a minute, tamales. Oh man, they won't let me go back up. Joshua Rose, what's up? Untamed Mando, Jane Theory, Hunter Bellamy. Oh, what my man gonna see? Jonathan Dundon, 19K Fox. Woo! Rocking the spot. You know he not gonna do nothing to get on up. Soul Assassin, Match Game Pro. Yo, what's up? Jay Jolly doing his thing. M Enterprise, Lord Academy. You know he gon' rise. Easy E223. You know who he be. Christopher Baker is gonna succeed. Though. Gonna say more, we can't do it. I can't push it up more. There's nothing to it. And this is the end of my shout out to y'all. Praise God, cause yeah, we gonna get y'all involved. Like, yeah.
and Senate, what it do?
What it do, Senate?
Yeah,
take a wet, nasty boo boo.
Oh
God,
this
come
guy,
on, man.
is a
I
boo-boo.
don't understand. What is the fascination? What's the obsession,
He
bro?
always with the boo boo.
Gotta be the most regular dude ever.
I think
You know
this
why?
scared us all, especially
It's
anybody.
my pleasure.
Oh Lord,
Oh,
my God.
All
You need to-
day.
you need to
Read a
pause
good
that.
All day.
magazine. Read a magazine. Keep
All
it
right.
moving.
All
Read a
right.
magazine and boo boo.
Yeah.
We need to make the sun. Okay, that's too much now. He over there acting like he really taking a boo boo right now.
Let me tell you something. I'm literally shocked that they did not, turn the show off. YouTube, like, come on, man.
Don't jinx me like that,
I
bro.
know. Let me shut
Don't
up.
jinx me like that. All
He
right.
already been playing Star Wars clips all day.
I know. I know. It's gonna be. You don't know how I was praying. I was like, let me get this under 10 seconds, so they don't get me for the damn music.
Disgusting.
Prayers.
No, the music is original, so you good.
No, not you.
Oh.
I'm talking about the Star
No,
Wars.
he's talking about the Star Wars clips.
because they all
Okay.
they all have pads under them.
Disgusting.
Well, they're watching you, bro. You know what? You're not militant like that. You're not militant. See, they would be watching me. They were out there, Abu Nash is shitting on us. Oh yeah, okay. Well, don't play our clips.
Y'all want to know a secret?
They like
every
you,
time
bro.
every time I play that Dark Council intro, I get demonetized on every Dark Council stream.
Oh man.
Every single one.
Speaking of demonetized, did y'all bring up what happened to our brother?
Oh, that's
Boris?
right.
Did
Go
y'all
ahead,
talk
speak.
about
Yeah.
that? Yeah,
Speak
because
about
I definitely wanted to signal boost that because listen, it's one thing I always say: big, small, whether you like the channel, don't like the channel, we all content creators, and if there's not a clear, decisive line of what we can and can't do, and
Right.
especially when it's something that is out of our control, because what happened was somebody basically trolled him and boosted his and that's the crazy thing about it is, like, come on, YouTube, why would somebody, after they went through all the trouble of getting, how hard it is to get monetized, and everybody on here knows that you guys are crazy with the demonetizing, who would do that on purpose? Come on now, y'all need to use y'all sense.
Yeah.
So
They
they
ain't got no
demonetized
sense, bro.
him. They demonetized him for somebody
Ashik
basically
in the chat.
inflating his sub count, and they
Sub
said that
Amber.
it was what was the word they used?
Fake traffic or something like that.
Excessive clicks. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Excessive clicks. Like, come on, man, can y'all do that? Cause they did that to my homegirl way back before I was really using my channel. One of her videos blew up, and they actually took her video down because they said it got overinflated artificially. When basically what it was, the people actually was going to watch the video, and they took the video down.
Damn.
So I mean, this is nothing new.
Right.
It's just that it's hitting close to home because now I'm actually doing this, and like I gotta walk around on eggshells worrying about what I can't, and not even me. It could be somebody who don't like me and just put something on my channel, and I'm screwed.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's just a lot to do with that cancel culture shit. Like, I just don't understand why anybody be out there trying to knock somebody else's hustle. If you don't like it,
nice
like I mean, and what he's doing is gaming and just trying to have a good time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you think about something like that, it's like, come on, man, why are you trying to?
And the thing that hurts me is that, like I said, he put that time in there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He built his gaming channel pretty much from scratch. And he was getting some good energy from that.
Dang, Oz, how you get in here that fast?
Hey, Oz.
Kashyyyk was in
the big.
Oh, okay.
Brother.
What's up, y'all two? How y'all doing? I told y'all I was going to signal boost this, but
he said invalid click activity. Invalid click activity.
That's some bullshit, man.
What that mean though? Like
that's the way people are, man. People
that's the question is what does that mean? Like, and they're not even telling him what that means.
Exactly. They're not telling him what.
You know,
they're not
like
giving him
that's
timestamps. They're not telling him what it means. You know, that's like, come on, YouTube, y'all got to get it together.
Yeah,
like he made a good point on the video he did today. He says they will to the second say, oh, this is where you violated copyright claims, but when it comes to us in reverse, when we're trying to settle something, oh, we can't do that. Come on, man, y'all can't do that. Y'all can't. That to me just sound like some real fly by night jerk around company. That's what y'all sound like. Y'all supposed to be a multi-billion-dollar company. Y'all need to be able to fix that. Come on now, fix it.
And you can't blame COVID at this point.
Yeah,
everybody's getting ready to open up, so you should be having staff there that is on that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Not the bots or whatever the case.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like somebody, if you're gonna go through the trouble and saying, oh, you had excessive clicks. Why don't you look and see where the excessive clips are coming from? If it's coming out of his house, okay, you might have a conversation. But if it's coming from somewhere externally, how is he going to be doing external clips if he's playing the game on screen? How'd that happen?
Yeah.
And you know what was cool about it? He was just playing the game.
That's what I'm saying.
I could see if he was talking about destroy YouTube or something along them lines. He just playing the game and got his channel demonetized. That's a trip right there, bro. That's a trip, man.
Like I said, Oz, we got your back, brother. And
hell yeah.
Like I said, we feeling your pain. Right.
I've been on the phone with him for a few days, trying to give him some advice. He just needs to listen. But the
you better listen up, man.
But we still fighting for him. Like I talked to some other people as well to see if they can contact some of the people that they know.
We'll get him back on, man. He'll be back. He got an army behind him, bro.
I'll be happy if he gets it back, but here's the issue with that going forward. There's been a precedent set that they will demonetize you for somebody else doing something to you. Before, we knew there was already pins and needles in here. Now they're showing that they will demonetize you for somebody else doing something on your channel. That is a problem. That needs to stop.
Dmajini, they've been doing that for a while now.
Oh yeah, I've seen it happen.
This ain't nothing new. Like that's why we always said it be like we always like be careful because man, my God, like
Callous, did something like that happen to Josh from the Nerds for doing that?
You could be next.
The Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers hit me on Twitter. They hit me on Twitter. And I didn't even do a trailer reaction.
Nerds live.
Look what shirt you wearing, Jake. Look shirt what you wearing,
bro. And it was a Snyderverse tweet that they hit me up. Now you talking about me? And it was a tweet I did months ago, bro. And they tried to lock down my Twitter.
Yeah, man, you rolling with the Snyderverse. They can't have that shit.
They trying to shut mouths up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they panicking. They know that Discovery, the merger is gonna be there.
I didn't think about that, Abu.
One second, y'all. One second, because I'm getting backed up real quick. Pause. Let me go here real quick. Terminus for $5. Appreciate you, bro. Fatal, you might want to cut back on the boo-boo talk. We talking Star Wars and headed to a galaxy far, far away, not Uranus. Terminus is crazy. Machini 90 for $5. Thank you, Dark Council, for signal boosting this. Much love. Hashtag remonetize Ords. Machini is one of the best artists in the community. He also does a lot of gaming. I watch you on the low, Ords. I don't be commenting and stuff, but I watch you on the low. And he's
got all the members coming in, baby.
He I appreciate you, Drunk. Drunk set that off. Man, thank you, Drunk. Makani he games with Ords a lot as well.
I do what I love.
I hope you love what I do. Shout out Joshua Rose for $2. Dark Council with the blazing fire. RC from the NYC, always supporting. All hail the exalted Dark Council. All hail the chat. Hope everyone is safe and well. He has become a new member. Ords has become a new member. I appreciate
Congratulations.
Y'all. And I am.
You are now a dream walker.
You are a dream walker. What am I going to hit him with?
That's cool, man. Why you got to do that to the brother?
Can you
hashtag Mace Windu lives?
Can you share my screen real quick?
Yes, sir.
All right, for all you new members, this is what's coming to your house in just a few moments. This brother's gonna come to your house. He's gonna slap some chicken. He's gonna stick some fingers up your woman, and he's gonna take care of business. And then at the end, it's gonna come out golden brown and love. Look at that thing, boy. Look at that thing. Look at your boy.
That boy, that good.
Boy, he's like, oh, this so good. Oh, this so good. I gotta slap my hand.
That boy good.
He even basting that chicken.
He don't just let the juice sit on the bottom.
He be basting that chicken.
You know it's good when he turned to the camera and say, "You know you want this, man." You, like the finger point. So you become a member today. Abu Nas coming to your house. Boom.
I appreciate y'all. $5 super sticker from Jane Theory. Thank you so much.
And freestyle while he cook.
Yeah.
Get 2 for the price of 1. 2 for the price of 1. Abu, watch your channel blow up so hard. Abu, watch your channel blow up so hard off that cooking, bro. It's coming. It's coming, bro. Abu gonna have a chef hat on the
rap game. Abu Nas, all certified, baby, 100%.
He going. I was gonna say
that's
something.
That's a good idea, Doxy Mama. That's a good idea. Have him do a cooking stream.
I know.
Stream.
Here come another member. They want Abu Nas cooking
right now, man.
Abu Nas going to make breakfast for Fatal, and then he coming to your house. He gonna take care of your woman. Then gonna take care of the chicken. That's what's gonna happen.
We got 151 likes. I appreciate everyone. Make sure you tell a friend, hit that like button. Definitely get this super boosted. This beautiful thing.
Y'all missed something from Super.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta hit him.
Not full of Sith. This is my apprentice, Darth Maul.
God.
Can somebody pull up Black Superwoman's post about Abu? That's all I want to know. You guys, you see it, Joe?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What happened?
You'll see in a minute. You'll see.
He's like, what happened?
What happened?
It's right under Daryl. It's right under Daryl's membership.
Where?
You'll see in a minute, Abu. Abu, you really gonna be blood.
Black Superwoman's chat.
Oh.
Abu, read that real quick.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Abu.
Yeah, you gotta blow Abu up and say, hey.
Abu, what it do?
I'm gonna make a special meal just for you.
Oh my!
He's a special meal. Ooh.
Finger licking good.
Ooh, this is where it get juicy. This is where it get juicy, y'all.
This is where it
get juicy.
Yeah, buddy.
Beatles salute.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Yo,
how are you?
You guys are out of control, man. You guys are out of control.
Y'all ever seen that Popeyes commercial that took black people back another 1,000 years?
Yeah,
that's every one of them.
When that black dude had 2 boxes of chicken in his hand, and he said,
he was doing
"Oh baby, I got Popeyes."
Y'all see that? I didn't see that one.
You don't want to see it, bro. It took us back.
Man, y'all gonna put me in the ambulance. Speaking of
Why?
oh man, he's laughing so hard, man. And
oh man, I thought you were talking about your erection. My bad.
Wow. Pause.
Wow. Oh my.
Wow.
He saw Black Superwoman's comment. He like,
yeah, that comment did put me over here.
my heart beating a little too hard right now.
El Tigre. I appreciate you being here. I don't know how you got here either, but however you did, thank you, and I hope you stick around.
El Tiger.
El Tigre. Tranquilo.
It
means the chill tiger, the relaxed tiger.
Someone said finger licking good, Abu.
Well, like I said, if you saw,
Lord. You know we in the after hours now. We done finished our topics, and now we're in the after hours and going crazy.
But you know what? I got a special thing for Mark. Mark, you want to hear the remix? Yeah, the remix.
Let's do it, bro.
What's in that? Now, me and Mark, even though I am the cook and he's
I
the
like this.
teacher, me and Mark, we have a little side gig. Me and Mark have.
Yeah.
You know, we help the needy.
I like this.
We help the needy get to the hospital to get what they need. You know what I'm saying? We're ambulance.
Yes, sir.
We're the EMS, and we help those that are in need. So you want to hear me and Mark's adventures?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna give it to y'all like nobody's business.
I like this song.
Oh, so let's get everybody mute. Gotta go back to stereo mode. Oh my God, you're gonna love this. Like I said, when you need an ambulance, call me and Mark. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Woo! Me and Mark with a C in the ambulance, yo. With a dumbass kid who thought daddy was bold. Trying to bum rush the council, yeah, that's a mistake. Rushing to the hospital before it's too late. Mark said, yo, Abu, we gotta hurry up, son. This dude's looking all pale, yo, I think he's done. I'm doing 80 on the street, kid, that's my word. Gotta concentrate hard so I don't hit that curve. I hear you, son, I know you the number one. Driving like a madman while I'm on shotgun. What the hell's going on in the back, my dude? Yo, Abu, yo, this kid is spitting up his food. I thought he was knocked out. Yeah, I thought so too. Well, get a handle on it, brother. Yeah, no time to lose. Got a handle on it, G. We'll be back on track. So hold it down, brethren, cause there's no going back, cause I...
Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo. Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo.
Woo! The mambo.
Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo. Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo.
Driving like a madman throughout the streets while the patient that we had was in the back sleep. Mark was telling me the plans that he had next week about banging some big booty freak in his Jeep. I had dollar signs up in my head, you know, trying to head to the strip club on the low. Mark hit me on the head, I snapped out of it quick. He said, stop the van, son, I gotta talk to this chick. Did a quick U-turn, then I stopped the whip. Mark jumped out real quick and started spitting some shit to a fine-ass girl that I thought was legit. Then I yelled out, yo, Mark, yo, we got the split. Jump back in the whip, then we Audi 5. We can't fuck around, yo, or this kid might die. Don't sweat it, Apu, we got this shit on lock. That's what's that sound, yo, his blood pressure dropped. Let's go.
Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo. Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo.
Woo! That's what's up, baby.
Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo.
No.
Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo.
Yo, this shit is crazy. I can't understand. How did we let this happen, my man? I don't know, Abu. I'm trying to not to panic. Keep his ass alive so we can get paid. God damn it. Don't know how. Police is chasing us now. Is that kid still alive? Yeah, at least for now. All of this is for nothing if that kid is dead. Holy shit. Yo, there's a roadblock up ahead. Yo, these dudes ain't playing, Mark. I got a plan. Grab that rocket launcher that's on the stand. Oh, shit. That's what it is, Apple. Going full jihad on these police dudes. You already know. Yeah, that's how I ride. Gotta do what I can to keep this bitch alive. That's what's up. And you know I got your back. Yo, it's time for us to go in the attack. Let's go.
Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo. Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo. Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo.
Woo. One more time. Mark shot the rocket launcher and they blew them up. Now we got a clear passage to raise it up. Put the pedal to the metal, it's our time to shine. The cops chasing and they busting off nines. The hospital's near and we out of time. So here's a big push for all mankind. Did the deed and we finally succeed. Got to the hospital all in one piece. Drunk 3PO got him to the OR. Saved his life and we became superstars. But the end of the story wasn't good for us. Police and SWAT put us in handcuffs. Judge gave us both life, but we were so tight. But little did they know we escaped last night. Now we back on the road, straight up in control. Holding up with the people wherever we go. You gotta get to the hospital cause you're sick. Call on me and Mark, we'll get you there quick. But you gotta pay the fee cause this shit ain't free. We risking our freedom to get you what you need. The exception is sexy ladies with a big butt. Don't you worry, baby girl, yo, it's all on us. So come and get in and let's go for a spin with me and Mark, cause we straight for the win, so let's go.
Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo. Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo.
Woo! Get up there and get on your dance, baby.
Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo. Mambo, me gusta el mambo. I like it, mambo.
Oh yeah. You gotta like this, baby. This is the type of thing you dance in your kitchen. Take it from Abu Nas, the chef. Take it from me. I wouldn't steer you wrong. I definitely wouldn't steer you wrong. Cause I'm the chef, Abu Nas, you know?
Mambo. Me gusta mambo.
Yeah, I like
this mambo.
Caleb, welcome. I appreciate you coming in. This is just what we do on the Dark Council. We talk Star Wars and other nerdy pop culture stuff, but we also we intertwine in the intermissions.
Yeah,
Abu Nas puts on a show for us to help us be the only the only live show on YouTube every Tuesday where you should be.
That's right.
Lock us in, baby.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all, I mean, I'm topicked out. What y'all?
Well, outside of the Star Wars fuckery, you know,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm you know, we spoke last week. You wasn't with us.
What about Loki?
Oh, jeez. I only saw the first episode, but I'm
actually enjoying it. I know I know that there are people that are a little bit upset about it, but I'm not into that as I know Star Wars. So for me,
right.
So,
you know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah, I feel the same way that you feel, Callous, because I'm actually enjoying it too. It's not like it's look. Here's my thing. I know we try to be positive here, but I gotta still say it. It's not Last Jedi bad. That's my bar. If it's not Last Jedi bad, it's okay. That's all I gotta say.
All right.
Hold on.
You took it to the last episode of Loki.
Terminus. Hold on 1 second. Terminus, check me. Terminus had to check me. Abu be giving the ladies some tenderloins for $2. Appreciate you, Terminus.
You're killing me, Terminus. You killing me,
Keaton Haas, my brother, one of my first council members. I mean, channel members. Salute Dark Council.
Salute
Haas, I
Keaton
appreciate
Haas.
you, bro. Thank you for always showing up. Thank you for watching all videos, man.
Mm-hmm.
That last episode was real trash, though.
I'm like I said, I only saw the first episode and I was totally confused.
I don't know. I'm not.
The last episode wasn't that bad. Like everybody's saying it's so bad. What do you expect? They can't look. This is a TV show. They can't be blazing saddles every freaking episode.
You
They're
know
gonna
what-
have some
yeah, bro.
downtime. This is why I consider a filler episode. I mean, look, you and I are both Dragon Ball Z fans. You can't tell me Dragon Ball Z didn't have talking episodes.
You
I'm
ever
just
see, you
saying.
ever see a show called Cobra Kai? Do that show have filler? No, it don't. So Loki, it need to get his act together. They put
I mean,
millions
it's
of
gotta be
dollars.
entertaining. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
the bottom
they-
line is, were you entertained? You
I
weren't
was entertained. I was
bored. I was bored to death.
It didn't bother. It didn't really.
But
But
see,
see,
well, how did-
bored to death.
how
That
did
means
you
Fable
feel?
watching it going?
I was, bro. That stuff was
Elizabeth, this the
boring,
big
bro.
one, Elizabeth. This the
But
big one.
remember, I know Fatal hates to hear people say this, but Fatal, you know, you lean more DC.
No.
So does that? I know,
Yes.
but does
I-
that have anything to do with it?
I promise you,
Okay,
if the show
how
is
did you
dope,
like it?
if the show was dope, I'm gonna give it dope. But it was boring. It was
seen
too
it.
much talking.
Oh, you haven't
The
seen
first,
it.
the first episode, tight. Second episode, yeah, mediocre. Third one, too much talking, bro. Too much talking.
But
They sat at that table and talked for 10 minutes, bro. That was boring.
Fable likes that ninja
But
action,
that was
man.
that's
his
backstory.
thing.
You got story. You have to.
I mean,
develop
but when we
everything
watch-
Building with
can't
that.
develop. Yeah, exactly. You can't.
But when
build
we
a
watch a
story.
Marvel show, that's if I want to watch drama, I watch a Martin Scorsese film or something. When you watch Marvel, doesn't
But this is not a
50% of
Marvel
them-
movie.
But
This is
here's
not a
the-
Marvel movie. It's a show.
Yeah, exactly.
You-
That's
you
what I'm
gotta-
saying. It's a
you
show. You can't.
you-
With a movie, you got to be in boom, 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 boom. 2 hours. That story has to be told in 2 hours.
Exactly.
You got how many episodes is this supposed to be?
8
6?
weeks, right? I don't know.
It's 8 episodes.
I
So what
don't- I'm
they
just
on
guessing.
3 now. So
I'm starting to see a trend with whatever Disney content has. Like when I watch WandaVision, when I watch Falcon Winter Soldier, what they do is the first 2 episodes suck you in. Then episode 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, filler. Then the last 2 episodes is banging. And it look like this is gonna be the same thing with Loki. It's gonna be number
See,
filler until the last 2
Steven's saying
episodes.
something here about Superman and Lois. Now, there's an example of a show that does a lot with an hour. You know what I mean? They put a lot of story into one episode where it doesn't feel like there's been any fillers.
It didn't feel like
you know,
a filler to me.
The plot is moving along. I didn't see that last episode of Loki, so I don't know. I still got to watch it.
I gotta catch up on Superman and Lois. I'm actually kind of letting it build up so I can just go do a marathon about it a little bit. But
I'm
yeah.
gonna tell y'all to prove that I'm not a biased person. You remember those Marvel Netflix shows like Daredevil and all them? That was pure flames
That
and
was
fire.
that wasn't
and they-
that wasn't done by Disney though. That's the whole thing.
But still, the point-
Disney was
the
in
point is, it
background, but
wasn't-
it was done by Netflix.
when you watch them Daredevil seasons, bro, it ain't no filler, and you got people just talking on certain episodes, like the Kingpin episodes. Just with this, I don't know. It was just something.
So
missing.
you didn't like what they were talking about then, because if you're talking that you watched 2 episodes, right? So you've got whatever you just talked about, and then you're saying,
episode 3 too.
and then Loki, and they were talking just as much, but you preferred this one. It just means that you didn't like the content of what was being said, not
Basically,
the fact
like,
that you're talking.
Yeah, because basically, look, when the episode first come on, they were sitting at the table talking. That took about 5 or 10 minutes. Then when they was on the train, they was talking 5 to 10 minutes. Then we got some little action stuff going on, but it was mostly talking. It just bored me to death, though. It was boring.
One second. $5 holla from the Padawan wannabe. He says all shows have character building. It can't be hyped all the time. Dragon Ball Z, seriously? A single fight would last 3 episodes. That was filler.
Facts.
I know about character
Appreciate
building and
you.
all that stuff. I know it, but this didn't build on nobody characters. It didn't build on nobody characters. Who characters
It
did it
really
build?
depends on the dialogue, man. You know, some people
We
do
didn't learn-
dialogue better than others. Some writers.
Yeah,
I
and we didn't
gotta
learn
give them
nothing
something
about
for the,
Loki. We didn't learn nothing about the female Loki. It was
yes,
just
we
them
did.
talking. What we learned.
We learned about Loki.
What
Hold
we
on,
learned
I gotta
about
give him
Loki
for the
in third.
$5.
You're fulfilling your destiny, Anakin. Become my apprentice. Learn to use the dark side of the Force.
I will do whatever you ask.
That-
Yeah, Steven, I'm picking up on that too. I think Superman and Lois is setting up something big.
And you
That's
got
the
to do
way
your
it-
lips like this. Good.
Pause.
No, that's not a pause. That's a
Yeah,
little cornish.
you
Yeah,
That's a
all
little
it is.
cornish.
I don't
I
know.
know.
It's a little
Is that the
cold-
face
it's a
you
little
make
cold.
when you about to?
Yeah.
Good.
There you go.
And then I'm
on
sleeping like a
on that
baby.
Luther Vandross.
Abu Kante. And I'm sleeping like a baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, but basically what I'm saying is, now, Dmajini, he about to tell me, what did we learn from them sitting at that table talking? Can you please tell me? I didn't learn nothing.
I tell you what I learned. I learned that Tier Mama says for $5, Dark Council show fire as usual. Lord Callous, the professional. Dmajini, I'm sending you a generator. No more fanning, bro. I appreciate you, Tier Mama. Let me see what we got for you.
Mama is
What
the
we
woman.
got for ya.
It's treason, then.
That was for you, D.
That was fast.
Treason.
Yeah.
Then I can't listen.
They basically just try to establish that what was it, that Loki was bisexual or something like that. That's what they did in that. That was
What
all
was
that
the
talk
point in
was
that,
up to.
though?
That's what I'm
What
trying
was
to tell you.
the
That
It was like
part
a brief mention.
Yeah, it was a brief mention, but I'm just saying. You said that we learned something. That's what we learned.
Bro, that was weak, though.
Bisexual.
It didn't. What you learn is that he may or may not enjoy the company of princes or princesses.
I never did ask that question, though.
That
Yeah, I know. Nobody asked.
Who
that.
asked
Yeah.
That's
that?
what they learned. Fatal.
Who
The
is
question
Loki with
was.
today?
The question was.
Hold
What
hold
did we
on,
learn?
hold on. This is what I learned. Raging Rhino, I appreciate you being up in here, brother. How you guys doing? Just sending
Raging
some
Rhino.
love.
The
Appreciate
question
full
you
awesome.
asked was, "What did we learn?" I didn't say we had to like what we learned. I just said, "What did we learn?" That's what we learned.
Like I said, trash
You learned
episode.
it.
But this is what I learned from Raging.
Only through me can you achieve a power greater than any Jedi.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to do it. Go ahead. It's
He
better
enjoys
than.
the company,
Hey, man, don't disrespect, man. You disrespecting now, son.
I'm loving you, baby. I'm.
Don't disrespect. Don't disrespect.
So he's
I got
bisexual.
my love for you, baby. Yes, he. Well,
Yeah, but,
or
look,
something.
I didn't find the episode bad. It is what it is. So.
It was boring. You know
what it is that, like I said, like what Callous said, I'm not as invested in Loki per se, like how it would be with Star Wars. So if they mess up something with Star Wars or they do something dumb, I want to pick that apart. But this,
I
like,
watch Marvel with my little boy, okay? And I'm just saying, this episode, it wasn't nothing. It was literally nothing. It's just sparkly lights and talking.
I hear you. I think we're getting a little bit too comfortable with mediocrity, man. You know what I mean? It's like, we're just taking these.
Sure.
Huh?
For sure.
Go
Totally
ahead.
agree with
We're
that
just,
statement.
What you
it's
mean?
just like
Mark?
we're just
what you
like
mean, though?
comfortable with whatever. You know what I mean? When in our section of fandom of the geekdom, we're used to awesomeness. You know what I mean? We want something that's going to blow our minds, but we're accepting it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like we're lowering our expectations.
This is my thing. If you pumping millions, don't these shows cost millions to make? Seems like if you pumping millions into it, do something that's gonna be dope.
Like
Have Iron Man drop out the sky or something. This was just them talking. It was just a whole talking episode, and they tried to be, grab our attention with the explosions and comments. But we seen that before.
Yeah, like
Now,
if you're talking about Star Wars and stuff, man, and you're rating it like a 6 or a 7, that's unacceptable for me. It's like
That's
if you're talking
true.
about Star Wars is like the Rolls Royce of sci-fi and all that. Man,
but
you
there
wanna
was
see like a 9.5, 10.
some books that I was like, okay.
I see
And
what
even
Mark
in
means.
here,
though.
you know what I'm saying? Like everything wasn't fire.
Yeah.
Everything wasn't fire. Some of that shit, I was like,
a lot of people didn't like the Dark Nest trilogy. I didn't mind it, but
yeah,
it was,
and at first I
think-
wasn't a fan of all of the like the Rogue Squadron and like anything that had, I stayed away from. If it wasn't Force, if it didn't have to do with the Sith or the Jedi, I didn't want no part of it. It was just like.
This. But I know what Mark
first.
mean though, because look, after Revenge of the Sith, that moment in time,
very true.
After Revenge of the Sith, and you said they coming out with a HBO series or a Disney series on Star Wars, our hearts will be pumping, bro. At the time,
but not everything was always like that. Like, I mean, come on, we had the
Wookiees. You're talking about the books and stuff, bro. It's like I'm talking about the cinematics and everything. You know,
the cinematics.
Like, all of that is open for debate. You know, some people are gonna like it, some people are not. But I remember when I first did my my review of The Last Jedi, one of the things I observed was, if this wasn't a Star Wars movie, would it have gone down any easier? And I think it would have. You know, The Last Jedi. But as a Star Wars movie, it was unacceptable. Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about. There's a higher standard for Star Wars.
That's absolutely true, because that movie it sounded great.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
visually it was stunning. It was the story that was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Which one y'all talking about? Sounded great. It's such a low bar at this point for movies, because it's 2020. Well, at the time,
can y'all throw darts at me? Y'all gonna eat me up when y'all gonna turn me up when I say this.
It's no excuse for a movie not to look and sound good at this point in time.
Y'all gonna turn me up when I say this.
Well, that's the problem. They all look and sound good, and that's the thing. It's like everything looks and sound good. That's why when you see them in the trailers and stuff, you're like, oh my god, that looks great. But then when you watch it, somehow it's just not as fulfilling as it should be.
They know how to make great trailers. We live in a world of great trailers. That Last Jedi trailer was fantastic. I'm sorry, the trailer was amazing.
John, don't feel bad, because I can say this, and I know y'all gonna throw darts at me, but I don't care. Visually, Last Jedi was fire visually.
Of course, cinematic.
Everybody just said that.
But as a story, it was straight trash, boo-boo garbage. But that was the best looking visually. I'm just saying visually.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Star Wars movie I ever seen. That was the best Star Wars
not to look good.
That was the best visually Star Wars I ever seen.
No, I don't think anybody would argue that. I don't think anybody would argue that.
I'll give you one. I'll give you even better. The scene where they blow up the ship in hyperspace was fantastic. However, that scene alone destroyed so much Star Wars lore
that they had to back it out in the next movie.
That scene alone destroyed so much Star Wars lore, but it looked pretty. So looking pretty don't mean ish to me. It means nothing to me.
And really? When my boy pretty, I mean nothing to you.
What?
A polished turd is still a turd.
What do you say?
Thanks a lot.
He said, "You don't love him."
No, he heard me. He heard me act like he ain't hear nobody.
I didn't hear what you said.
Y'all remember
Ortega? You done hurt drunk feelings.
Did y'all see Ortega when he did the remake of Last Jedi? I'm sorry, but that was still trash. You can't fish trash. You can't fish trash.
It was a fun watch though.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. That was a hard watch.
It was very ambitious.
It was a fun watch because
unfortunately, as soon as I heard the music, it just brought me back to a bad place, man. He tried, shout out.
Look, that's the one Star Wars movie that I saw once. The only reason I saw the Rise of Palpatine twice is because I had the free tickets. That's the only reason why I saw it.
One second. $5 from the C-Man. He says, first thing Disney Lucasfilm execs should say when someone pitches a show or a movie is, tell us the story. No story, no show. Absolutely.
Yeah.
NBS, from Ireland, he says, NBS, my first thought after The Last Jedi was to watch Revenge of the Sith.
Hey, it go back to them caveman days, bro. It's all about the story, man. You got to have a good story.
That's why we living in a time when stories like Ninja Blast, this fool who don't want to release his book, this fool that don't want to work on his book, my book that's in post-production, those are going to be the storytellers that kids are going to talk about, man.
Ninja Blast is in printing right now. Ninja Blast is in printing.
I can't, brother. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Thank you, brother.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking for all these independent creators and fan films. That Buckethead fan films that was fantastic. That was fantastic. Did you guys not see that?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. They were on Endor and stuff. Oh my god, that was That was better than all the sequels combined. The story, so it was like
that's because they made that connection. They made that connection to the people.
Speaking of,
did you see it, Abu Nas?
You on mute?
Okay, he just gave me
mute. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm actually enjoying the conversation.
Speaking of comics, did y'all see what they did to She-Hulk?
Yeah, she all swole.
Yeah.
Damn. It looked like an animal.
But that's my point. That's what I'm telling everybody though. Canon and Lord, forget about that stuff. It's not going to happen anymore. It's over. It's over.
It's up to the independent creators.
It's not
to make
over.
It's
exactly. That's what's happening.
Bro,
it's
tell
not
me
over.
right now what's canon and lore and whatever we watching these days. Just please tell me. Because Dmajini just said Loki is bisexual. Where is that in the comic books at?
It's not.
Where is that? Where is that?
No,
that's what I'm saying.
No. Loki, it is. Loki is like gender neutral because
it must have been in some recent comics. Not no.
It's because he can turn into what they're trying to do is he can turn into anything he wants. And he can mate with anything he wants. So that's why they're saying that, like they're using that verbiage now.
This is why I have to call BS on that right there as far as what in comic wise, because if they're gonna say that, they're gonna say Mystique is bisexual, which she's not.
Exactly.
Mystique
even worse.
They already have. What are you talking about?
Even worse.
Oh yeah, they show it. They had
even worse, y'all.
They been said that. Dmajini, where you been asleep?
They did say that. I think they did.
Who was Mystique bisexual?
I think she was bisexual somewhere down
she
the
wasn't
line.
before. This guy.
That's true too.
Listen, we talk. If you say
Lord don't
anything
exist
from
no more.
anything from 2013 and now, I don't count that because that's all when
That's
Disney
true.
took over.
Yeah,
I'm talking about traditionally. Mystique was never bisexual. Her
I'm just
kids
telling y'all.
is Great and Creed, Nightcrawler, and Rogue. Those are her kids. She has kids. So I'm just saying.
But
no,
using that logic, though,
wrong
right?
on the sense is they were able to do that, but now they're just giving it a name. That's all I'm saying.
One second.
I agree with you. They never called them bisexual or anything in the comics, but it's not like they weren't. Like they couldn't do that.
You know what?
You can't call them bisexual if they're not human. One thing, the Terminus EST says $2. SWTOR DLC are the best new Star Wars that we are getting. And then Jane Theory makes the point, Loki isn't human, so it doesn't matter to him. So when you're looking at it from that perspective, just like she's saying, and I don't know Marvel like y'all know Marvel, but just think
on, bro. They made Lando
Calrissian. You gotta see the long game, man. It's like I said before, using that logic, Beast Boy can turn into a horse. All right.
Yeah.
What does that make him?
They made Lando.
Mate?
They made Lando Calrissian. What they call it?
Hey, what did you just say? What
I'm
did
about to
Lando
say that again. You better put some respect on that man's name. Go ahead and say it again, Fatal.
No, but when it comes to Lando, look what they did to him.
Terrible.
Is that Lord too? That's not Lord.
That's not Lord.
That's what I keep telling y'all. There is no more lore. It's no more canon. It's over.
But the thing is that
was over.
The way that's written is not written. At least not that I've read. It was just stated by that casting guy. It's not written.
They gonna start writing it though, especially with this Lando
well, we
show
haven't
coming
seen
out.
that yet, but what you're exactly right, Feta. But what they're doing is they're not breaking the lore, sort of, but they're bending the rules. I guess if that's the right way.
I think that was just a way for them to try to incite people.
I mean, they didn't change any lore with Lando, not yet, but they just threw him on the Pride comic book.
Yeah.
So.
But that's what goes back to what I was saying about people saying
you're right. It's terrible and dumb. That's all.
The point they made that canon doesn't matter, guys. It's like we all praise world building. World building is a very important thing with writing. So when you build a world, there's got to be rules. There's got to be boundaries of what goes in this world, what's possible and what's not possible. It has nothing to do with our real world here. They built an alternate reality. So when you start just playing fast and loose with these characters and these situations, you lose the credibility of your own creation. And I think that's what we're seeing now. That's why so many of these titles are crumbling. They're breaking their own rules.
$5 holla from Island. He says Loki in the comics is fluid. Lady Loki happens after he takes the body meant for a lady Asgardian.
Yeah.
After
exactly.
that, he's a kid.
But what year comic is that? Is that recent Disney acquired Marvel Loki? Or is that before Disney?
That's before Disney.
Oh, so that's before. So that is lore then.
That's old. Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. But what Callous' point is 100% correct. They are giving sexualities to aliens.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like they're giving this alien's gay and this alien, and you're just like, well, why are you taking this and putting it?
Watch what I tell y'all.
But
when they hit Luke Skywalker, that's when everybody
They already
get
hit Luke Skywalker. He's done. He's no more.
Still, just the simple fact that Loki can turn to a female doesn't mean that he swings that way. He just changes that way.
I agree.
He changes that way so that he can get what he wants. When he try to take advantage of people, doesn't necessarily mean he's sleeping with people in a female form. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, no, I get what you're saying, but they're using that. They're using that old lore and just saying if he could sleep with someone as a girl, then he might as well be this. Like that's what I'm saying. They're like bending the rules. They're not trying to break it, but they're bending it because they want people to feel inclusive. Here's the deal right here. Look, can you share my screen? I'll be done. Hold
on 1 second. 1 second. Let me do this $5 holla. When I'm being saved by superheroes, I don't care their gender or their sexual creed. Save me, God darn it. And then from Terminus, he says with Pando banging robots and being into gambling, he be humping slot. Yeah, I can't even mess with Terminus, man. I can't even mess with Terminus. All right, go ahead.
Share my screen. This is the killer right here. This is bigger than anything. This is an author for Lucasfilm. This is what they talk about in their office. She comes out and says this. I will say it again because it's canon is the single biggest obstacle against writing the course of representation and inclusion. Basically, she's saying because all these people that she's working with is saying, oh, it's canon. They can't change or fix George Lucas's Star Wars. And this is where they're heading. They want to destroy the canon, like Fatal J was saying. This is a Lucasfilm employee saying, listen, it's because the canon is the biggest obstacle. Like, once we get rid of canon, we can have representation and inclusion. This is what she's pushing. This is what they want. This is what they're trying to do with our Star Wars.
But that doesn't make sense because that doesn't one doesn't negate the other.
Inclusive.
I'm just
goes back to what you were saying earlier.
Don't overtalk. I know that. Listen, I agree. I'm just telling you, this is their mindset.
The only way that it will negate the other is if you try to mess with an established character. It does not mess with lore to add that character. We would be just ridiculous to think that in a galaxy as vast as the Star Wars universe, that and how humans are the most prominent beings in the galaxy of all the aliens, human beings. We would be crazy to think that that it's only heterosexuality that exists in the Star Wars universe. Nobody believes that. The point is simply that you can't turn everything into that now. It just let it be what it is. Just understand that all forms of sexuality exists and just write the story. Stop making that the focal point of the story and make the story the story. And let that be what it is.
So I'm gonna finish. I can finish. I'll finish. She goes on to say, "Slave anything as a marketing ploy in Star Wars is inappropriate." I heard it a while ago that this was a franchise position now, as it should be. This is a Lucasfilm employee. This is an author over there. She's literally just saying we got to get rid of canon so we could fix George Lucas's Star Wars to include others, which is that they are blind to what we all see. They are blind to what all of us already see. We already see the inclusion. I don't need to see Jay on the screens for me to feel welcome. Like you know what I'm saying? Like for me to relate.
Exactly.
Finn or Mace Windu or any of them, I don't need them to be white for me to relate to them. Like
that is how what we were talking about earlier, Callous. About how you were saying about the canon, she's directly talking about changing the canon when it comes to the slave one thing. She says it's inappropriate and it should be removed.
No. That's not what that said. What it said was it said as a marketing ploy. That's what that said. If you read that, it said no. Don't start adding to it. What it says is that to use the word slave anything as a marketing ploy. That's what that said. So don't add to it. But that's what that says. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But that's not what she said. She's not saying remove slave one from the name of the ship. She says referring to it as slave anything as a marketing ploy. That means trying to use that to sell the item. I get what you're saying. How are you
separating that from the first statement, though? They go together.
No, they don't. They don't go together, because as soon as you say that you're using this for a marketing ploy, so you're naming it this in order to market it for that, is quite different from this being the name of it.
Okay, so you're looking at it from your manager's perspective, which is cool. Is cool. Me, myself, personally, what she wrote down there, because you don't know her, neither do I.
Yeah.
But the feeling that I'm getting from that,
I know her.
Yeah, all right. Well, you know Drunk, so you already know what they're doing. At me, I don't know her. But just reading that tweet, putting on your marketing head, I get what you're saying, Gary. For a customer, though, I'm looking at it like, who the fuck you think you are?
And I'm not saying that isn't her intention.
I'm
not saying that isn't her intention. But what I'm saying is, from that statement, that's not what I would derive from that statement. From that statement, how I would understand that is that what she's saying is that to have this one, to use this as a marketing ploy is I think incorrect. That's what that sounds like.
Her statement, Callous, when she said because it's canon is an obstacle against representation and inclusion.
But against whose representation and whose inclusion? Because then that's a sticky slope. Because then what are you talking about? Because the world has been a slave.
She has come out publicly and said there's too many older white men in Star Wars. There's not enough gay representation in Star Wars. There's not enough people of color. This is her words, people in color in Star Wars. She is saying that the canon of Star Wars is keeping those people.
That's not true.
Exactly. That's all I was saying. Is they don't see what we see. Exactly.
I know. I agree with what you're saying.
Also, I want to add to that too. She could also be referring to Slave Leia too. Because that's
but that's ridiculous because the outfit was patterned after the Twi'leks, who were always just in canon. They were enslaved for different reasons.
Well, she just thumbs her nose at canon, though.
She don't want the fucking slave word, the slave representation, the slave anything. It's a universe.
Yeah.
And it's just the fact that she'll probably say, I don't want Anakin to be a slave. You need to take that out. It's offensive.
But see, I don't think that, and I could be completely off the mark, but I don't think that that's the way that it's going. Because like I said, when you look up Slave One right now, it still exists on StarWars.com. If this just came out, why wouldn't they have removed that? If they were so interested, if they really wanted to remove the name,
here's the weird thing is,
why wouldn't you go to StarWars.com and see it as Boba Fett starship? You don't see that. You see it as Slave One.
Well, I think it's just a matter of calling it early, though, bro. It's not. It might not be there now, but you can see the direction that they're moving in. So sometimes you got to call it when you see it. I know they're not doing it, but sometimes you got to anticipate. Like when you're fighting, you got to see that move
I see
coming,
what you're saying, but not every move is that move.
This one is, though, bro.
I see what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying, but not every move is that move.
It's the way she worded a tweet that really gives off that vibe. Like
Bar is and what she's been pushing for the past.
Because just think about it. Unless the article from Screen Rant, where that dude talked to the guy from Lego, if they didn't put that out there, right? That article, we would have never known. We would have never known that Disney was talking to these toy makers and asking them not to use these terminologies in their marketing. We would not have known. You see what I'm saying? So they could have just as easily gone on StarWars.com and done a do and just removed it, right? And just removed it. They could have gone to anything and just removed it, but that didn't happen. What did happen was that it was referred to for that marketing, for the purpose of marketing that ship, you know, as the Lego ship or whatever the case is going forward. And they may, I'm not saying that y'all are wrong. I'm just saying that I'm going to reserve my rage for when they remove it from canon.
You know, I think everybody is looking for that smoking gun, but sometimes it's just death by 1,000 cuts, man. It's like I hear a lot of people, there's starting to be blowback now against what people are calling the outrage culture. Like, in other words, they're saying that we're taking it too far. We're seeing things that we don't need to be seeing. You know, we're too sensitive and stuff. But look at Star Wars today and look at how we had it yesterday. And, you know, it doesn't always have to be something dramatic. It doesn't have to be a bomb that drops on us. Sometimes you have to see the little things and be able to just point it out. Right. You know, we're moving in a bad direction. We got the wrong people who are creating these things.
Thank you.
They have a very low regard for the fandom and where we've come, you know, after all of these years. You just can't keep thumbing your nose at canon, at lore, and think that it's not going to just all of a sudden collapse. It's going to be unrecognizable as Star Wars before you know it, with little things, you know, not just the bombs that they drop on everyone. You look for that one thing to say, no, that you've gone too far, but you have to see the little things that they're doing.
Mark, I want to say something that might be slightly controversial for what we're talking about, but I want to take what we're saying. Cause I try to do this on my shows. Just take something that we see happening in the entertainment world and see what it looks like in the real world. But just think about it like this here. When it comes to anything in the world, even like think about even with Star Wars itself, the thing how Star Wars started. The Emperor didn't just go there and become the Emperor. It took not the 1,000 years up until the Sith got to that point, and then the time it took for him to become a chancellor, then the time he didn't just come and say, "Guess what? I'm the Emperor." No, it was little things. Have a little blockade by Naboo. Oh, have a little clone army. Oh, let me be this. Let me do that. And that's exactly what this thing is. It's happening everywhere. It happens in the real world. It's happening to Star Wars. It's happening to all entertainment. They're not doing it right away. They're doing it slowly.
And one second, because I didn't realize I missed 2 super chats. 1 second, y'all. Okay. So from Jane Theory to $5 holla, she says they don't understand how to expand the world. They'd rather change and manipulate it because they hate the original content to the core.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you.
Yes.
Jane also says they're wrong about it being bad marketing, just as they're wrong about everything else. It's just an excuse. The first sentence in the context for following and reflection of the corporate mindset.
Jane.
Oh, Jane.
And then
I love your intelligence, your insight. That's amazing.
24 from my dirty home. My dark council brothers.
Up,
love
Steph?
all of y'all.
Love you, baby girl.
What's up, Steph?
Coming through.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know what it is? We're literally seeing the changes, and you know what, Callous, I have to give you your props, man, because you're always looking for the logical step of why they doing what they doing.
You're a real fan, hardcore fan. I mean,
and I can't fault that because your channel is fire, your presentation and your delivery is fire. You love the Star Wars so much that even in the face of these fuck muppets coming in here and destroying every little piece, everything they did to disrespect George Lucas, everything that they knew that they could fuck around with because they want to please the 18 to 25-year-olds, the Fruit Loops, the gender study groups, and the pronoun kids. All the while knowing that by these combined groups that they want to cater to, that it's still not enough to fucking break the bank that they was hoping for when they bought the property. It is all on us. This is not meant for you to have your gender studies group, your Fruit Loop shit, your this one pronoun. This was not meant for that. This was a simple story and a universe built on solid characters that stood the test of time for more than 30 fucking years. It's nothing complicated. It is a timeless fable. You don't turn Zeus and Hermes into multiple, gender fluid kids, and they don't talk about that in the mythology. The mythology that you learned it was time memorial, and up until now, you got Thor, you got Loki, you got this, and you got that. They did this, they did that. This is where they live, and that's where it's at. Period. If you want to go that route, you create your own IP and give all the gender fluids and the pronoun kids and the Fruit Loops and everybody else that want to go that route, give you your own universe so you can do whatever the fuck you want with rock sticks. You know what I'm saying? The knock off Matthew McConaughey, Han Solo. You can have it all. But leave Star Wars in the manner in which George Lucas created, and even then disrespected him hard by tricking him, saying that you sign the deal, you give it to us, we'll ride with your sequel trilogy, and you rip that shit up. Meanwhile, JJ and the rest of the fuck muppets didn't even have a goddamn plan to go with. So it was all downhill from there. George Lucas said it the best, y'all. He's still alive. Y'all don't even fucking respect him enough to keep the continuity and keep things intact that he already had. That you could just adapt the book.
At this point, I think it's prideful, man. At this point, I just
what? It is pride because they have the property, so now they can just fine tune.
That would be admitting wrongdoing. That would be admitting wrongdoing. Yeah. 1 second, $5 holla. We know it's Slave One. When the kid gets it, loves it, gets into Star Wars, they'll learn the name. Disney got the sale and a new fan. Easy to understand. Terminus EST $5 holla says, with Disney, it's not just death by 1,000 cuts. It's death by... I can't even mess with you, Terminus.
That's pretty funny.
I need to read ahead. Lots of people working there must hate us from top to bottom.
It's over, bro.
You know something?
Let's forget about lore.
I say this all over. I'm sorry, I say this all over my videos. It's bigger than Star Wars, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not just about getting the kid the toy and he learns the name. It's like that's good. You know, that's well stated. I understand that concept. My question is always why they do these things. You know, why do they do these things?
Mark,
and really, when you see it over and over and over again, you realize there's a degree of conditioning going on and thought control with a great big old helping of disrespect, you know, from what came before. So those are really, you know, the issues that I'm taking with this. You know, the toys and stuff. Yeah, man. You know, you sell the toys.
Everything that y'all know me well enough. When I tell you that what my thinking in terms of how you do things is based off your intentions. If you have a thought in your mind and in your heart that you want to change certain things to fit your narrative and make the inclusive thing, like, you know, it's just like everybody says, because the more people are gay or gender fluid or whatever, you being straight in any way or being traditional, there's something wrong with you. And I'm not fucking having that no way, no how. You don't get to dictate how I should live my life. Because if I was to do that to you, you be screaming to high heaven or holy hell, we oppressing you. Oh, we got to march and this, that, whatever. So you don't get to have your cake and eat it too. We all share this world. We're not the straight people not going nowhere. Y'all not going nowhere. So let's try to coexist. We're not telling you how to live your life, but for certain movie properties, you don't get to just hijack that shit and make it yours just because y'all the flavor of the month. That's not happening under my watch.
This is the thing right here, though. The new Black Widow movie supposed to drop next week. Okay, the main villain in that movie is Taskmaster. Okay, everybody know Taskmaster in the comic book and the lore has a skull on his face.
Is he from the same dude from the game? Did you ever play the game, the new game that came out?
No, I never played the game.
Oh.
But they took the score off because it will upset people in China, and that just goes along with what I'm saying. Canon, lore, forget that stuff.
Why would it
not going?
Why would it upset anyone?
As just their religion or culture.
Yeah,
that's just what it is.
Their culture. They don't.
But
they
it's
don't
in
like
the
anything
game.
to do it.
But that's what I'm saying, Callous. That's my point. The thing is, Canon and Lord, they're not doing that stuff. And Dmajini made a perfect point. Just like Emperor Palpatine, how he just chipped away at the Republic. That's what Disney is doing with this stuff. They just chipping it away. So one day you wake up and Luke Skywalker is a woman, or Luke Skywalker is black, like Mark say. That's what they doing.
And they trying to do it in front of us, knowing that we're going to stop. And this is why there's not ever going to be a reconciliation between the fans. There's never going to be. And I don't even fucking want it at this point. Because you know what you're doing. We know your intentions. We're old enough. We're in the age bracket where we lived through 40 years of great, great, timeless fables that we grew up with. That our children grew up with. And then for myself, for a third generation, my grandson is a Star Wars fan because my daughter taught him what Star Wars is according to the George Lucas era that she got from me. You understand? So I'm 3 generations deep. It's not complicated. Certain things are very simple. You don't have to add the sex. You don't have to add you don't got to add none of that. Good and evil. Bad guys, good guys. Your little romance. Do this. Got robots, laser swords. The end.
That's it. Don't say laser swords.
And I gotta say too. It's like everybody knows, like way back when I first started talking about this, I would always use my son as an example. You know what I mean? So they talk about like we grew up in this. You know, we're all grown here and everything, and they say, oh, well, it's for the kids. I can't tell you how many times my son has come to me tired of them changing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he would be the one to come to me because we grew up, you know, doing the Legos and everything. He would be the one coming to me. Dad, guess what they did now? You know what I mean? And it's like he's like the kids are seeing this too. The kids, you think kids are sitting in the movie theater wanting to see 2 dudes kissing 2 women? You know what I mean? You know, Lando looking at machines and shit. You know what I mean? You think these kids, children, because a lot of people don't think about the children. You know, they're just thinking about us. You know, us grumpy old people with our, you know, we're in our feelings and stuff. But the kids don't want to see this. But they
Mark,
keep
I
on
think they don't care.
to the kids.
Mark, but
no,
they
don't care. That much is obvious. They don't care. But I'm just saying that takes that argument that it's for the kids. The kids don't want to see it. They want what Abu was saying: basic good and evil. That's what they want, in a lot of adventure and excitement. That's what they want.
Mark,
they don't want this conditioning.
Mark, you absolutely right. But I'm gonna tell you one thing you was wrong. It is for the kids. It's called indoctrination. Yeah. So they they see their hero up there doing something sexually that should be done in the privacy of everybody's home, and they wonder, what's going on here? Is this something I should do too? When instead they should be making that decision when they grown, 18, 19, whatever.
You want me to tell you something that's kind of funny when you say the indoctrination thing about that? I know this is a little off topic, but I sit and think about this, everything that we're doing, that the mainstream media and all the stuff is doing, from Star Wars down to Dr. Who to Fox News to everything. I'm thinking to myself, if there ever was an actual conflict, wouldn't you want toxic males to be able to defend you? Like, it's just like they want to blur everything so much. You know what I'm saying? Look, and it's not like my goddaughter is a military veteran, so I got nothing wrong with women being in the military and nothing like that. That's not the point I'm trying to say. My point being is when you're trying to make it that everybody is blurred and nobody stands out as far as your defensive, your offensive, your tactical. It's almost, to me, when I think about it, it's almost like when you look, like me playing RPGs and MMOs and stuff, you got to have your squad. You got to have your tanks. You got to have your range. You got to have your mages. You got to have everything to make a good team. But if everybody's the same,
D, I see exactly
how you doing a battle? How?
But D, I see exactly what you're talking about because all these feminists, and I'm just gonna keep it all the way funky. I don't see none of y'all in the car getting oil all over your body. Pause.
Yo, Papi Tokiyami.
All over your body.
All over your
One
body.
second. The C-Man with $5 says, Abu is right. Time to debate is over. Tell them to leave.
I'm trying to.
We need to start. We need to go back to gatekeeping for real. Start gatekeeping.
I mean, because it's everywhere.
I don't even feel myself as gatekeeping. I feel myself as keeping it real. If you have,
I'm saying we need to start. Not saying we are. I'm just saying we need to start.
I know I'm feeling what you're saying, but if people look at me and they say that I'm gatekeeping, I'm gonna tell them that's your opinion. My opinion is that I'm adhering to the person that made this franchise, that gave everybody in this world inspiration, love, a love for fantasy, a great timeless story, and inspiration to many artists, writers, and filmmakers that you admire today. That's in this world. Everybody owes George Lucas a debt of gratitude y'all can never repay. Even for us doing YouTube channels, it's all thanks to him and his creation. That people get monetized and getting paid and feeding a family or for speaking on stuff that he created. Does it get no realer than that? So
George Lucas.
Yeah. So I, as a black man that loved his work and loved and grew up on it, and I turned out to be somewhat of a great human being.
You all right?
I'm all right. You all right? I'm not the best, but
180 likes. Thank y'all very much.
I do well. So if you call yourself somebody just as, I'm living my life, I got my ups and downs, but I'm pretty much a decent person, then congratulate yourself. But if you love Star Wars the way that you grew up, that allowed you to grow up to be the person that you are, congratulate yourself again. George Lucas, the whole magnum opus was that spark that changed everything. But we can't allow people to come in and make and just mix the whole formula up to suit their purposes. And their purposes, unfortunately, is not in line with certain things that is good for our eyes and for our children's eyes. I'm sorry for calling for what it is.
I want to point out too, when you look at George Lucas and Gene Roddenberry, his thing was he wanted optimism. George Lucas wanted hope. Yeah. All right, we need that today more than anything. With everything we've been going through out here, is this stuff making us feel optimistic and hopeful at all? You know what I mean? Like, it can be entertaining and stuff, but where's that good feeling, that we used to have watching this, that we could actually share this with our children and grandchildren, and there's tradition in there, there's values and all that stuff. All that stuff is being flushed down the toilet for inclusion, and diversity. Somebody's twisted idea of what inclusion and diversity is, because half the time it's wrong, because they consider themselves doing this in our name. Like I said before, they put black people out there, they put homosexuals and women. We're doing this for you guys. What memorable characters have they come up with in the last 10 years? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That reflect who we are as a people. None, zero. So what's it really all about? That's what I'm saying.
But that's the only point. That's the only point. You should have said period.
What was that?
I said you should have said period, because that is the point.
Yeah, that is the point. I was happy with Lando. I love Samuel L. Jackson,
Oh yeah, you can be dark and hopeful, Trey, but you got to be like, it's always darkest before the dawn. You know what I mean? I don't mind getting dark. Damn, this is the Dark Council, man. You know what I mean? Dark is good, but I'm just saying, it's like, you don't want to be feeling like just messed up and pessimistic and everything. You want to make sure that what you're producing actually inspires people.
That's
right. Like you see Mark Hamill, you got people who are dying. They're dying, literally dying, and they reach out to want to meet Luke Skywalker, and things like that. I want to see more of that, more, you see Star Wars Theory. He held on to Star Wars through cancer, You know, that's what we turn to these things for an escape, you know, for something that gets us through our hard times and stuff. You don't always want to see something that's, you know, like too dark or too hopeless. That's all I'm saying. It's something to be aware of.
Yeah. I'm getting all choked up because thinking of Mark Hamill embodying the character that basically was the beacon of hope, you know, heroism, you know, the light. You know what I'm saying? Your first good guy, your first hero, you know, for many of us on the screen that faced the darkness and just came out loving his friends, doing what's right, you know? Like those types of characteristics is lost in the sea of all the anti-heroes and this and that, you know, but we always cling on to that one thing that gave us that solace, that, you know, this was the hero that I wish I could aspire to be. And he embodied that character, even in his real life, knowing how ultra passionate, as he likes to say, ultra passionate fans. He knows that these people just live and breathe, even though it's a fictional character, but by how Mark portrayed it, it transcends anything else that you could even possibly look at in terms of this is the person I want to emulate, or I want to be like him, or I want to be a fireman, I want to be a policeman. A lot of us, you know, came in saying that we wanted to be the space hero, like the Flash Gordon serials of the 40s, and the kids there was gravitating to that. Okay, well, in the 70s and then the 80s and into the 90s, that was Mark Hamill. And then everybody just joined in behind it, and we are never going to see like nothing like that again. And I can't give Mark Hamill props enough. I know, you know, people have problems with his politics or whatever, but just on the general principle of knowing that he embodied a character that he recognized these people love and adore, and he even had to try to tell us, even during the Last Jedi days, that they doing something different with him, and I already know they're not going to go for it. And he was absolutely right. We didn't go for it, and everything went downhill from there.
One second. Ballet dancer. Okay. 1 second. Ballet dancer for the $5 says, "I'm loving the conversation."
What's up, Ballet dancer?
Thank you.
You know, perfect example. You know, not to embarrass you, Drunk, but I heard you telling the story, you know, on the stream the other day, again about you know, how Indiana Jones inspired you. All right, so you know, Drunk, you know, a teacher, globe hopping, you know, globe trotting, you know, helping people, you know, that spills over into real life in the best way. Yeah. That you were inspired by this character. You know, some people are like, oh, Indiana Jones, you know, oh, it's just a movie, it's just a character. But look at all the real world that's been helped, you know, by someone like you. And I hope that there are others as well, you know, who are inspired by these characters, who can go out into real life and affect change. You know, that's how deep this is. You know, so it's not just, you know, Harrison Ford is 80 years old, he can do whatever he wants. No, you're dealing with a legend. You know, you're dealing with somebody who inspires other people. You just can't play with that frivolously. Yeah. You know, where you can just throw anything out any old kind of way. If he goes out in a way that's less than dignified, you're messing with his legacy. That's why it's relevant. Oh, he can do whatever he wants. It's ageism. Nah, you're playing with a legend, man. It's like you have to do this right. You know, because these things, these characters, these stories, they matter. They matter. And these people know it. That's why they're trying to deconstruct them and build it back up for their new order in this world. You change that around the way you want. You know what the hell I'm talking about. You know, that's what I mean. That's what these people are doing. And the stakes are high. That's the reason why we can be a little bit sensitive when we're looking at these things. I hope it's going to be okay. I want to believe like Callous, like you, because your passion is a great thing. I would never want to take that away from you.
Amen.
You know, it's like, definitely, man. It's like, that's why you're such a vital part of this, because we can't all think the same way. But I see this stuff, and I just call it the way I see it, man.
Yeah, and I wish I could be like Callous. I really do.
Just don't think that my eyes are closed to anything. So I don't want that to ever be misunderstood, that I'm naive to anything. My point is simply that I prefer to take a different stance at first, and then my reaction will be, slightly different. But it's not that I'm ever naive to these thought processes.
I can't wait for you to explode when this all hits the fan. But you're just using the intellectual side, and this is what I love about you, Callous. Absolutely, you're intellectual savvy. You are like, okay, I know you're doing some bullshit, Disney. I know that's what you're doing, but let me try to find a competent way in which you're trying to tell the story. But if I smell,
because we're dealing with two different things. Like there's the agenda that. There's an agenda, and then there's business. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes there's two different things that we're dealing with, and that's how I see it. And then sometimes those things interconnect. Mm-hmm. The agenda becomes business,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately it's always about the dollar.
I know that you're thinking with an intellectual and, like I said, a business aspect. To like, okay, well, they're trying to do efficient ways to do X, Y, and Z, and they want to include everybody. And like I said, it's not bad to be inclusive. We're just not wanting you to put all that extra shit in there that doesn't necessarily have to be. If you want
to, the inclusivity is actually. It's actually not, and that's the problem, because when we put all of these labels, when we have to call everything out, it creates a divide. It doesn't create commonality. It doesn't create inclusivity that we're supposed to be looking for. It creates separation. When you have to, and I don't understand sometimes how people don't recognize this, that when you want to put all of these quote unquote labels and pronouns and everything on top of everything, and get upset when somebody doesn't refer to you by that creates a boundary. That does not create inclusivity. And I don't understand how people don't see that. I'll call you whatever you want me to call you. But at the end of the day, by you creating that, you've now created separation. Right. You've now made yourself different from me. Not, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. But we didn't start that. We didn't start that.
No, I know. Yeah.
Like I said, you pulled us into this shit. But we would have been fine had you not be fucking with the property that was timeless and was perfect before y'all got your grubby little hands on it and started getting slick with it. And right in front of George Lucas's nose. But then again, you didn't have no plan. Everything went to shit. Rian Johnson not getting no trilogy. All the woo-hoo ha-has and everything else that y'all was doing on Twitter didn't amount to jack shit. You didn't make nothing. Nothing. Now Jon Favreau is your only light. And if he walks away, y'all fucked. That's why you got Obi-Wan on deck. You got Ahsoka. Nobody's not dealing with the Rangers of the because Gina bounced, and that was and now you really realize how fucked up you was by letting her go under the dirtiest things that you did to her, right under her. Why? Because she and this is the thing that kills me. She didn't do nothing to disrespect anyone, go on Twitter, call them all kinds of mother effers and everything, but everybody spent their own narrative as to what they perceived her to be, and then they did what they did, they fired her, but then it backfired on their face. And now they had nowhere to go. People now are up in arms, and you don't have enough of the pronoun kids, the gender studies group, the Fruit Loops, and everybody else to hold your line, because now you got to go to China to see if you could get some extra money from them from your Star Wars shit, and they ain't even fucking with you. So again, now it comes back down to us, the people that does the lore, OG Star Wars, Stig, Lightning, Open Airlock. These people are here for one fucking purpose: to let you know that George Lucas's magnum opus and everything that he allowed to be done by these wonderful authors that kept the continuity, that basically celebrated the characters of this man. And everything was interconnected perfectly that made it seamless. And they built books, and they built toys, and they built probably maybe a series or two before the Disney sale. Something great came out of it, and it was perfect. That's why George Lucas said, keep using the stuff that I had. But you wanted to go your own way, and this is where we at. We're never gonna be together. So get that shit out your head. Not
$5 holla. Sorry, real quick. From Terminus, she says, Emilia Clarke's been sending Lucasfilm ideas for her role in Solo 2. That menstruation comic she wrote. I think she's gonna be
a maxi. Yes, say it, Callous. Hey, Callous.
I think she's gonna be that. A maxi Padawan. Terminus is crazy.
Like I said, I'm done. I'm just letting you know where I stand. I'm standing with George Lucas until the wheels fall off. And then everything else, I'm taking his books, his legacy, the things that is lore, the book of the Jedi, the book of the Sith, the book of the Bounty Hunter, the book of the Empire. All of that is the actual canon. Nothing else matters. Not your Fruit Loop shit, not your gender studies group, not your rocks and bargain basement Matthew McConaughey, Avar Chris, and all this other dumb shit. Nobody don't fuck with it. Nobody don't talk about it. Nobody's not buying the books. So y'all do the math.
This the question right here, though. This the big question. When this stream ended?
Well, we're gonna end it now.
It's 11:40. We need to come to a close. Yeah, but we still got 118 people in here. I appreciate y'all. This stream's feeling for a long time. This is a great point. This stream is how I've been feeling for a long time. That's why we do what we do, Xavier. It really is, because even though sometimes, you get 6 different brilliant brains together, and we don't always agree.
There you go. I'm the cook.
Yeah. But there's always something that somebody will be able to take away. And we always, at the end of the day, have love for each other. So we hope that comes across in the stream. We hope and love that we are able to
Black Superwoman, you come on the stream, and then you can swap out with me there because I'm sleeping. You can swap it.
We appreciate y'all always showing up. So thank you.
Yes, indeed. Much love.
Thank you for showing up, though. Dark Council loves you all.
Yeah, definitely.
And Dark Council loves the children.
So is it time for me to take us out?
Yeah, you're gonna take us out with the banger. Hold on. You said you got the banger though, right?
I like I
this
said,
gotta be the banger.
Hey, real quick though.
Go ahead.
I think I got it.
Though, we want to do any raids for anybody tonight?
Is anybody on? Because I don't even see who's on.
I think we got some people on. Let's see.
This man come in talking about raiding someone right in the last minute. We talking about leaving, and he
every time drunk say, "This man." When you start out with that, it's gonna be funny. Whatever
say, man,
this man don't game me.
This man was off camera for 20 minutes, and then he show up.
I'm sitting there listening to everything y'all saying, man. I was just sitting there listening. Is it Zod Rider, your boy? Fatal Zod?
No.
Yeah. That's my boy. That's me and our boo boy. That's our boy. Y'all go to Zod Rider channel. But every time John say, man, this man though, it's gonna be funny. Whatever he's saying.
Maki says Saggy Melons is on.
Saggy Melons is on too.
Who?
Saggy Melons. She cool people.
I know you're talking about.
So y'all can either go to Zod Rider or Saggy Melons and just say, the
Dark Council sent you.
Yeah, Dark Council sent you. That's what you can do. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bro, you muted.
He rapping hard too.
This man hype us up so much. We already at midnight. My one eye sleep, and then he gonna mute himself. Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. You gotta come on this.
Before y'all just rag on me some more and just pull out other videos, to put up here and put me on blast. So yeah. So and you know what, Drunk? This is dedicated to you.
I'm ready, man. I want it all.
All right, brother. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging with us for 3 hours plus. Yeah, this is one of our real fire shows, but this is what we do every Tuesday night. We don't sit up here and play no games. We keep it real 100% all times. We don't always, like Lord Callous said, we don't always agree, But trust me, the love and the respect of these 6 gentlemen, these 5 gentlemen behind me, that shit is real. It's beyond YouTube with us. We're going to ride and die for each other. And like I said, if anything, we love Star Wars and we love it so much that we have to let y'all know exactly what the deal is and y'all make your accurate assessment behind it. So with that being said, let's get it cracking just for Drunk 3PO, because that's my boy.
I love this song.
I know, man. Throw your back out, Dmajini. Let's go.
Ooh, let's do it. Now, Star Wars is extremely important to me, y'all. It's extremely important. Wait a minute.
Yeah, but we're not hearing that as loud as it normally is.
Yeah.
What the heck?
No,
Come on, Abu.
It was the audio. It was just all right. Here we go.
Try it again.
All right,
Give
now
this jam the respect it deserves.
Yeah, thank you, brother. All right, now I got the thing back on point, so let's do it. All right, now.
Man, turn it up.
Uh-oh. That better?
That's the problem, he dead.
No, y'all gotta mute yourselves.
Yeah, mute yourselves, y'all. Like this. All right, y'all. It's time to get up out your seat. Get your little dance on while I talk about Star Wars in its entirety. Like this. Like that. All right, y'all. I'm reppin' Phantom Menace, don't get nervous, sissy. Strong in the game, but I'm still for the kiddies. Holding it down with supreme superstition. This rendition is for those who will listen. The leaks is everywhere, and all of it is hitting. Let me break it down by the Dark Council's permission. Too hot in the kitchen of the things I be spitting. You wishing them leaks wasn't true? Well, keep wishing. Proof is in the pudding when you jumped on Twitter. Disrespecting the makeup makes us all bitter. Cheer up, pilgrim, the day has begun. It's time to let them know that we ain't the one. Shine like the sun that's about to go nova. Another way for me to say the party is over. Al Punas is the born soul controller, a soldier who always keeps his composure. I ride hard for the maker every day, trying to protect what Disney took away. A lot of y'all think like me and I love it, so fuck it. Burn it all down cause I'm disgusted. I hate with the dick since the Force Awakens. The episode 4 reboot stopped playing. They didn't care and they didn't stop there. Rian Johnson was waiting to appear. Had Luke been scared with paws everywhere. Our Princess Leia flying everywhere. Do you remember Phasma? You don't? That's okay. Rose Tico saved the animals, but not the slaves. We said that Finn had no arc every day. But guess what? True freed his ass here today. But after all of that, he now knows the Force. After chasing Rey all this time, but of course, doing interviews said the Last Jedi's trash. Took him 2 years though, but that shit was cash. Daisy Ridley says she's done with this shit. Blame Ryan for making her a super bitch. But that didn't stop her in episode 9. She was doing shit that can't fucking be defined. Shooting Sith lightning through her fingertips without no training? Yeah, you know that's bullshit. Even your boy Kylo said, what the fuck is this? They didn't write none of that for me in the script. Speaking of the emo one, let us begin. His fetish for Rey made him turn back to Ben. Papa Palpatine had to stick up his ass. Snoke was a clone. That shit made me laugh. General Hux was my dude to the core. In The Force Awakens, he was ready for war. Last Jedi, he was straight kissing the floor. He became Kylo Ren's bottom pitch for sure. Rise of Skywalker, now he's a spy. They caught him and they shot him. Did he live? No, he died. Insulting me with every lame character they got. That's the reason why the dog's blowing up the spot. Don't spoil the movie, I wanna have some fun. Don't know what to tell you in the wrong place, son. You getting all pissed? Ask me if I gave a fuck. Ain't nothing you can do, so keep your mouth shut. You don't be in my comics, let alone DM. Straight disrespect you if you mess with my friends. Introverted kids acting tough on the net. When you out in the street, you pussies get no respect. Better learn from the vet, that be your best bet. Cause my knowledge will elevate you above the rest. All these YouTube channels that you love and respect wasn't even around when I ran the set. I'm the OG member that's the salt of the earth. For those that I love, I put them there first. What you know about that? About to teach you the facts, how
gotta put Star Wars back on the map. Keep episodes 1 through 6 in your heart. The 2 Clone Wars, Rogue One hits the mark. The EU is canon, don't care what they say. This trilogy is dead, so send it on its way. The chat is lit, everyone is having fun, screaming on this shit till the whole thing's done. Even China said, get that shit out my house. They don't have a clue what that film was about. The critics said it's shit and they all need to quit. The ILM budget couldn't even save it. But Abu Nas, what about... Hey, I got it, brother. Hold on. Kathleen Kennedy, oh yeah, this is it. Ryan Johnson, no trilogy for you, bitch. J.J. Abrams should have known when to quit. Pablo Hidalgo, yeah, don't have a fit. You blocking everybody, but no one gives a shit. Chuck Wendig is an unemployed snitch. He's still writing books, but no one's reading it. And Freddie Prinze Jr., straight clown that he is, still yelling out, Star Wars is for kids. Give a fuck about your feelings, that's what it is. Behind all of that, I went to see Cats. As lame as it was, I'm glad it fell flat. Supreme as a long back again, brethren. I resurrect the whole damn hoes and super friends. Torment Dark Council, you know how we ride. Getting your ass, better go stay inside. You already know what it is. I'm up in here trying to raise your kid. You know what it do. And you know my brother coming through. The Dark Council, baby. You know we take you to school. And you know what the hell we gonna do. Now listen. I'm gonna tell you a little quick story. A little quick story that's gonna make you smile. You ready? And here we go. Now I was chilling one day, chilling at the vet. Then I got over there and I saw the set. And then I was like, yeah, I want to do next. And then I got a ring on my little set. I answered it. I said, Shalom, who is this? She said, hey, baby, you want to get with this? I said, oh, shit. Yo, you calling me right now? So where are you at? I'm at my house, baby, boy. All right, I'm coming over. Yo, you butt naked? She said, I'm there, daddy. Oh, yeah, disrespected. I'm up in here. I'm driving the whip at 80. And I'm up in here, go bang out this lady. Got out, knocked on the door. She said, who is it? This is the man whore. Kicked in the door, said, what's up, my girl? I picked her up, then I brought her up there the stairs, and I rocked the whole world. And then I heard a knock. It was a little son. Oh my God, what the hell, bro? She said, yo, what is going on? I said, tell your little son to get freaking gone. And she said, are you my real dad? I said, hell no, I'm out of here, my man. So I jumped out, then I went home. Everybody knows I'm caught off the phone. And this is all for you, Dark Council, cause you know we coming through like that. Woo! Oh yeah. My goodness. Now this is something that you dance and you get your freak on. And after that, your ass is gone. My man Lord Callous, back on you. Woo! Shout out to Indiana Jones Drunk 3PO.
Yes, sir. Listen, y'all are still muted. Y'all are still muted.
We thought you closing the show.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, I appreciate y'all for coming out. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the super chats. We got what? Almost 200. So let me get 3 likes so we can hit 200, please. Real quick. Just 3 likes so we can hit 200 likes. Anyway.
Oh, I forgot to hit the like button.
Oh, this.
Yeah, me too. I got
3 likes. I'm calling it tonight. Come on.
Hey, Angelus Draven is actually live. Everybody else is also. Angelus Draven is live. Y'all want to go give him a council raid? # council raid. I put it inside the chat.
Anyway, appreciate y'all. You can catch the Gospel According to Marc with a C Fatal J on his channel. We got Dmajini on his. Of course, you know the man with the master plan, Drunk 3PO, on his channel, and then the president, Abu Nas. Appreciate y'all all for coming out, showing love. Thank you so much.
Go to